AmeriCorps needs you now more than ever. What is AmeriCorps? It's your opportunity to help your neighbor and your nation through these difficult times. AmeriCorps members serve their communities by fighting hunger, teaching and tutoring and mentoring students, and responding to natural disasters. AmeriCorps is your chance to get involved and be the greater good. Search hundreds of opportunities and apply at joinamericorps.gov. That's joinamericorps.gov.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 759, a Saturday bonus show once again. Welcome, welcome.
It happens to be the greatest episode of all time.
759, the greatest of all time.
Yep.
Explain.
Well, you guys don't know this yet, but I am going to blow the lid off of one of the greatest conspiracies of all time.
Which one is that?
People who put their toilet paper roll in with the hanging part of the roll behind the roll versus those who have the hanging part of the toilet paper in the front of the roll. Ben, how do you place your toilet paper rolls?
I've done it both ways before because I don't care either way, and I'll just put it on however it lands. I put it in there. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to save this for another episode because really based upon your answer, and you're giving me nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I really don't. Yeah, I really don't care either way.
Inebriated artist says TP hang on the back can spread germs. Yeah, I don't know. I just always wondered. I'm a front hanger. I always put the toilet paper on the front.
I like wet wipes instead.
I like wet wipes too. Sometimes when I wipe my butt, I use dry toilet paper first, but I finish it off with a wet wipe.
So, everyone, this is the Saturday bonus show. We have a goal. We're 30% of the way there. Actually, more than we were last week. So, if you could help us meet that before the end of the stream, that would be great. Liking the stream helps. Retweeting our tweet earlier, that helps because we do not show up in notifications anymore. The days of YouTube notifying our subscribers and showing us even in their feed are over. So please like the stream. Please do all of that great stuff.
Like it, love it if you want more of it.
You know, it seems like Von Helton and Brett are feuding now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Poor
Someone
guys.
sent me a bunch of videos that Von Helton made about Brett. They're pretty hilarious.
Now, do you see our friend Asterios in the chat?
Yes.
He is asking to call in.
Oh, okay, great.
I think that would be a wonderful addition to
course.
759, the greatest episode of all time.
Is that why?
I didn't want to spoil it.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, I'll pull him in. This will just take a minute.
Yeah.
If you're using the Brave browser, it might be a good time to check if you have any bats and send them our way. Today was a crypto boom day.
Really?
Yes.
What went up? Everything?
Oh, pretty much everything. Everything I watch, anyway.
Did you buy into anything?
No, and I wouldn't buy on an up day.
Well, not now, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a night, it was about a month ago, some YouTubers were saying, buy Dogecoins.
Yeah.
And I got a crypto wallet because I was going to buy some Dogecoins, but it had to like process and then connect, and I couldn't get the coin bought in time. And by the time that
it went down.
No, it already boomed. It already hit.
Oh, okay.
I was going to put like $100 in. and it would have made me like, I don't know, a millionaire or something. Maybe not a millionaire.
You know, at the beginning of COVID, Bitcoin got all the way down to like 3,500 a Bitcoin, and now it's all the way back up to almost 12,000.
Yeah.
So if someone could have spared the $4,000 to buy one Bitcoin, they'd be rolling in the dough now. Hi, Asterios.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not Asterios. It's me, Egghead.
Oh, hi, Egghead.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Egghead.
We missed you.
My tub stinks. Have you seen my tub? It's a real shitty tub. I'm Egghead.
I have seen it.
It's a bet. You know how people usually have good tubs that are like, you expect it to be nice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not me. I'm Egghead. guys, I'm not sure if you can tell. Look, I'm auditioning to be the new Egghead because I know we lost the last one. So, like, just let me get through this audition and then just, like, tell me how.
Yeah,
I think the real Egghead is in the chat,
okay?
though. I think he's trying to upstage you.
No. Hold on. Look. Let me get through my audition, okay? I'm Egghead. Hello, it's me. My beard looks like a dog threw up on my face. I'm Egghead. Look at me, Egghead from egghead.com. My taste in movies is so average, it's somehow offensive. It's offensively average. Hey, have you heard of this movie, The Godfather? I love it. I have a poster up of it because I'm Egghead. Look at me.
Nobody's milquetoast taste in film is worse than Mundane Matt's, though.
Oh my God! But he has a whole channel dedicated to it.
I mean, that's true.
When Mundane Matt explained that his favorite movie was Raiders of the Lost Ark, but his favorite Indiana Jones movie was Temple of Doom, I shot myself in the face.
Yeah, I think that was when he actually showed up and he was here in person, right? Yeah.
I think it was during the 24-hour show.
Yeah, I think he
wasn't in person for that one.
No,
this one was before that because I'm pretty sure it was the first 24-hour show I was on.
He came to both of them, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't live in there though.
Yes, he was.
Are we sure?
Yes. He was on the first 24-hour show.
Was he live for that, though?
Oh, Spec says no. I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember the first 24-hour show.
Okay.
He called in because I'm sure what I said to him, if he was in the room, he would have tried to hit me.
So run us by what he said again, because that was hilarious.
Well, I'm sure I'm jumbling the way he said it, but he was like, my favorite movie is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, but my favorite Indiana Jones movie is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
this
no,
guy
you
sounds
can't.
like a real fucking egghead.
You can't do that, I said to him. I said, you can't do that. You can't even do that. I said, you better stop. You better stop right now, Mundane Matt. That's not how you review movies. But
yes, one of those people that's like, I want to have the most interesting opinion. And it's like, can you just have a good one? Or can you shut up? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me finish my audition.
Yeah.
I'm Egghead. I purposely involve myself in a space where I know I'll be made fun of, but then when people make fun of me, I freak out like I'm not expecting it. I'm Egghead. I want a thing called the Cringerweight Championship. But of course I don't. But unless of course I'm actually cringe and I'm not in control of it, in which case I will lose emotional.
It sounds like you're doing a Joe impression. This is just being mean to Egghead.
Well, Joe does walk around saying I'm Egghead before every sentence.
I hate when he does that.
Okay, quick question about Joe. Is it possible that he's a great comedian but a terrible person?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yes.
I'm just asking questions. Kind of like how Trump was like, just asking if we should postpone the election. I'm just asking questions.
Did you hear the thing that he said
at the... Of course I did. I watched it twice.
The thing that he said at the very end of that.
Oh, what did he say?
What did he say? Because I wanted to know what something looks like.
I'm not sure.
What, a crying divorcee?
Oh,
You should just listen to the loudest
no,
Yeah, he
one.
was like, he was
no.
like, yeah, it's Honest Red's fault. He told me to do it. He said he'd give me a farthing if I did it, and I just want to know what a farthing looked like.
Right. He kept talking about farthings, and I was just like, what the? I did not
farthing.
understand any of the farthing talk.
Yeah,
That
Thank
shit
you
was
for
hilarious.
explaining this. I watched it twice.
yeah. A farthing is worth a quarter of a penny.
Yeah,
It's a useless coin,
think
well out
they
of
had it-
circulation.
I think they had it in England back in the day.
It was a European coin that's far lost its circulation. But I died when I heard that because it's just sick in the head. It's disgusting.
So Egghead, so bringing up a guy's divorce in front of 700 people live is worth a fictional non-existent halfpenny to
Yeah,
Joe.
that was the funny thing that he would do it for such little value, and not even for the penny, just to know what it looked like. Not even for the coin. I just want to see what it looked like.
A farthing. Yeah, they used them in.
Search result.
They used them in the UK back in the late 1800s. Looks like until 1956.
Yeah.
I mean, back when a penny had way more value that you could split it up into quarters.
If we would have had a this is a learn you something segment right before all this went down, and
Yeah.
the segment was showing somebody what a farthing was and talking about a farthing, we'd be having a very different conversation right
Well,
now.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood because I'll tell you what.
Good job. Uh-huh.
I'll tell you what. Joe just wanted to see what one looked like. So I just showed, well, he might not be watching, but all of you now know what a farthing looked like.
Yeah.
If Joe would have just Googled farthing, he wouldn't have had to have done any of this. Why trust Honest Red to show him what a farthing looked like?
Yeah, if there's one thing I don't trust, it's Honest Red. Anybody who puts honest in their name
Is a liar.
has to be by design.
It's like when Billy starts a sentence with "to be honest."
But to be honest, I'm an exception to the rule.
Is it possible that Joe is too busy to watch the show right now because he's lighting animals on fire to see what it feels like in his head?
Close.
Is that possible?
He has a baby that he takes care of now.
Yeah.
Oh no! What?
He's in charge of a small child, and
Is it someone else's? Is he a baby?
No, it's his.
it's his own child.
Oh God!
And the worst thing I've seen him do to that child is dress it in a Yankees uniform.
Oh, that's awesome though.
Well, not if you're a
feel
big
like the
fan of the
Sox.
Boston Sox.
Now I feel like the Red Sox.
Yeah.
But that's how my life started. As a baby, I was dressed in Yankees stuff.
So are you saying Joe is your dad?
That's impossible.
Unless we factor in time travel.
Right.
Which is
impossible.
What if Trap Ben was Joe's daughter grown up and then transitioned into Ben now? Time travel's improbable. I wouldn't say impossible. All things are possible. I did salvia once, so
Okay,
I know.
well, if you're going to say all things are possible, then the word possible and impossible mean nothing anymore, so why are we even fucking talking about it?
That's a good
Billy
point.
the Fridge logic. All
That's a
right, I'm
good
moving
point.
on.
Look,
I'm moving
look,
on.
before we move-
All right,
How
okay.
did I do in my audition? How did I
Okay,
do?
hurry up.
Do I get the role?
Hurry up.
Do I get the role? Oh no, I'm done.
oh.
Do I get the job? Am I the new egghead?
You're gonna have to hold because the position might already be filled. Unfortunately,
He's the luckiest man in the world. This is the actual egghead.
actually, it's very lucky. No,
Beloved by millions. Oh, wish I had that guy's life.
wish I had.
I'm gonna go back to watching. You kids have fun.
Hey,
All
thank
right.
you for calling in Asterios and bringing up the Egghead situation because I think Egghead might be watching right now, and I know Egghead's not sure about what he wants to do in the future, and I just want to say whatever Egghead decides, I think it's up to Egghead, and if Egghead decides not to come back to Drunken Peasants, then we should probably just bury the Egghead talk because if we're just making fun of him and he's not around to be part of the joke, then we're just being assholes. Like the whole point was that he took the joke well.
I DM'd him today.
Yeah.
And it's just an egghead. I'll say I'll say out loud what I said to you in DM. Like 90% of the audience loves you and cares about you, and they want you to be okay.
Yeah.
And they are totally comfortable with you taking all the time you need to away from the show. Get yourself together. Get your head together. Look. I freaked out and like left Facebook pages and Discord servers in a huff before. I'm very sensitive. Like, I've been exactly where I'm also a divorcee. I've been exactly where Egghead is. Like, yeah, there's some people in the audience that are going to want to trigger you so they can get content. But like, leave until you get your head together and then come back, because we all do love you and we miss you and we want what's best for you.
We do. We want you to continue the entertainment you've brought to this show for years.
Yes. All right, I'll let you guys go.
All right.
Thank you, Asterios.
Thank you.
But yeah, and as far as Joe goes, and we know Joe by now. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to say? I was hoping that
the better question is, what the fuck are we thinking?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, he's a little bit of a live wire, you know,
a little bit,
and that's entertaining to a lot of people, and it's fucking scary to a lot of people, especially when he's proven that he doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. And I'm not that type of person. I care about people's feelings for the most part. At a certain point, you know, I give up on feelings and say, go fuck yourself. But, you know, I'm a little more sensitive to people's feelings than Joe is. But that's me. I don't know. Joe was on the show. We said we wouldn't have him back on the main show, but, you know, things went forward. Roll call was going well up until the baby came along. And I'd gotten messages from Pimp Monk that I thought Pimp Monk was cool with Joe being on, at least, I guess, roll call. But he said, you know, he was over the shit. And I didn't even think anything of it anymore. I figured Joe had a free night finally after having to miss like a month and a half of roll call or however much, and bring him in. Have a fun night. He on his way, and he's like, I'm going to go after Scott Henson. And I was like, that sounds like a terrible idea. But Scott doesn't play into it very well, so it wasn't. Peachy Hammer, thank you for the tip.
All right, I think we can move on. We don't have to talk about this anymore.
I just want everybody to know.
Okay.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. I don't know. Just... Jared Genesis is in the chat now.
Grady George agrees with me.
Yeah, he's a fucking simp for you. He agrees with everything you say.
I love simps.
For you.
I love the simps for you, too.
Okay. All right. I've got one of these. Hold on.
But yeah, like it up. Thank you, PT Hammer, for that 20 money. We are so far away from tonight's goal, but I think we might see a miracle, or we might see the first time ever David loses to Goliath.
Who's Goliath?
A big giant guy that could barely even fucking walk.
Who's Goliath in this analogy?
Goliath is the goal that we have to crush.
Oh, okay.
So if this is the first time ever that David loses to Goliath, never happens.
All right.
Troll or not a troll?
Yes, everyone in the audience, type what you think this is, troll or not a troll. Here it is.
Hey everybody, Beetle Fox here. You're probably wondering what I'm doing. Well, I'm cutting off my daughter's legs. It's a long story. I've joined a very special community on the internet, known on the deep web and the other hacker sites where all the cyber bullies hang out.
Is he gonna tell us that he's cutting her legs off so she doesn't run away? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna say troll. But right now, I don't think this is a fucking troll. This is sick. This is someone's disturbed. Thinks they have a doll for a daughter.
They're down with the sickness.
It's the fur fag community, but I like to call it the Indian spirit community.
I think he's censoring out his face.
Yeah.
My goodness, her hair is really receding in these later years of her life.
Okay, that's kind of trolly right there.
There we go. I'm sorry, Orange. Anyway.
Why bother cutting the legs off if you're just going to cut the head off?
Because
maybe he's trying to fit her in a suitcase?
We have many of the same values as the Native American Indians who were revered and Worshipped.
keeps getting-
That hurt, Orange.
I think he's censoring shit.
I'm sorry.
He's a bird, right? Did you hear a
It has to be
bird?
done.
Yeah.
Respected and revered and worshipped.
Oh man,
Yeah,
this is something
the
wrong.
wolves and all the others of God's blessed creatures.
Nope, this guy can't believe in God. It's not fair.
This is kind of tough to cut through right here.
You don't get God and
Couldn't believe
a
you
dull
had
daughter
such a
that you
strong
chop up with his fucking
backbone, Orange, especially.
Is this
chainsaw.
Dusty's
That's all
owner?
crazy.
Oh God.
Even though
Beautiful bird.
Oh no, it would be, wouldn't it?
want me.
If he starts farting on this
Yeah,
doll, we'll
Orange
know.
has stopped talking to me lately. She doesn't really talk a lot, so we're going to reinvent her.
Thank you for
She's
pulling the
going to
shirt
be
down, you
reborn,
sicko.
aren't you, Orange? You're going to be reborn, and you're going to be the daughter that you were always meant to be.
Is this a sacrifice?
The Indian spirit
She's gonna be
way.
reborn. Oh, he's gonna kidnap
This
a real
is not
kid, isn't
fun
he?
for me, by the way. I know you guys can see me looking like I'm enjoying myself, sawing away, but
Oh my God,
This
dude!
hurts me
Check
as
this
much
guy's
as it hurts
basement,
Lauren.
please. Can we IP address?
Check his backyard.
Yes.
You're
Everyone,
going to be
once again,
reborn,
please like the stream. Check your Brave browsers.
spirit,
Send us your
your
bats.
mind, your body.
Help us with
They're
the
all going to
goal.
be-
Smash the goal.
You're going to be new. And
A lot of
I'm
people
going
are
to be-
saying they've
Oh,
seen him
God.
before, and he's not a troll. Astereosis says for sure a troll.
Wow, there's a lot of.
I'm not
Should I take
sure
an
if I
actual
made
poll?
the right choice.
Poll or not a poll?
This is
Should
Orange
I?
right now.
You could.
Worst.
I don't think he's a troll though. I think he's a legit sick man. Right when I say sick man, he backs it up by having the frickin' COVID countdown. Nope. Is that his eye? Go back, Ben. We gotta go back. I think this is where we have to send the police. There was a small shot there of half a face.
Your spirit.
I think it's fucked. Hold on.
Hey, everybody.
This is a different kind of video, and like skipping ahead in it does
damn.
not work correctly.
I'm
for
not
some-
sure
oh, here
if
we
I
go.
made the right
Okay, for a
choice.
second, we're gonna have to pause it
This
when
is
his
Orange right
eye
now.
comes in after this.
Worst.
I think it's right after
I
this,
feel
or
sick,
maybe it was
and
right
we're still
before.
waiting.
Nope. Yeah, here comes the cough. Yuck. Okay. Right,
Yeah, right
there.
there.
We know he has blue eyes, black hair, white male.
Unfortunately, chopping up a mannequin isn't illegal, so they're not going to investigate
He's
him.
possibly Onision. No, but it's not about the mannequin, right? It's about everything else going on at this guy's house. If he's in an area where kids show up missing, he's the first suspect just because of this creepy video. It might be Shane Dawson. Oh my God, I hope it's not Shane Dawson.
All right. I am posting the troll or not a troll poll in the description. It will show up momentarily.
Lorenzo Vega says keep watching, it gets better. Well, I guess we're going to keep watching. Oh no, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Why is there
You're
blood?
just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry, Orange. Isn't she beautiful?
Why is there blood?
She's a
Like
wolf.
red residue down by the
The
pupper
spirit
puss
wolf.
area?
In a beautiful way.
No! No!
I wish I was special.
Your worst cover ever, by the way.
Yeah.
The poll is in the description now if everyone wants to vote.
So when I said this was the best episode of all time, and it's wrong. No, stop it! Stop! Why are we?
I'm
Ben.
going to control you.
Ben, I feel like hell is real and we're going
You
there.
have the perfect body now, Orange.
I want to say troll because I don't want to believe this is real.
Yeah, right. Like you've ever noticed me around. You gotta start noticing me, Orange. Wave.
How much longer is this?
It's
Okay.
about 1 minute.
HighBeastForum.com. Storm is your new name, Orange. Storm. Your name is.
This is not what the algorithm shows me. Fixel said this is just like any other disturbing video on YouTube. I don't watch these videos.
Tickle, tickle, Storm.
I don't feel like this guy should be free. This is not art. This is a confession. Okay. Nope. Stop it. Stop it. No, but no! No! Why?
Yeah, I think Yeah, that's the end. That's
Thank
the end
God.
of it. All right. Troll or not a troll?
I want to say troll because I don't want to believe that was real. But
here's the poll so far.
It's not a troll. I don't think it's a troll. I feel like this is very real, and that scares the hell out of me.
What about it makes it seem real and not just some weirdo, like some person playing around?
I don't know. I guess normally I can tell when somebody is lying, and I don't sense any sort of false. No, there's no false. Oh, I don't know. I plus they're furry, so they have no ability to lie. That's one thing about furries is they're 100% honest all the time.
Well, let's set a timer for 1 minute, and at the end we'll let the poll rest.
Yeah, I need some time to collect myself. Of course, Barbie liked it. Of course, Barbie liked it. While we sit here, Lord of Nurgle, thank you for your 20 money dono. And Lord says, pretty sure this guy is a serial killer. Please move on. Yeah. I don't know. I would like to know where this person is now. Ahora tengo miedo. I don't know what that means. ¿Qué me hiciste? That Spanish is beyond my comprehension, Lorenzo Vega. I'm going to look it up, though, in case you're telling me some secret code to know that this guy's okay. And I shouldn't worry about my dreams.
14 seconds. I would say we can pretty much call it not a troll.
Yeah, it's going to be not a troll. I don't know. That really sickens me a little bit. I can't wait to have nightmares so I can wash the memory of that video out of my head with them. Not a troll! Sick.
All right. Let's do DP Action News in just a moment here.
DP Action News.
There's a lot going on in DP Action News.
Yeah. Matter of fact, a lot of it has to do with our President of the United States of America.
That is true. Here it is.
He called me sir and got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
Somebody says troll because he had an accomplice at the end. It's not an accomplice. It was a freaking furry's about to do stuff. Like, we don't even know if that was him in the fursuit. He could have just took a picture of a furry and put it there at the end. Or a video of a furry and put it at the end of his video. Like, we don't know what that was about. They're about to do stuff. That doesn't mean it's him or an accomplice. He could have took that from one of Creamsicle's tapes. Except I know Creamsicle doesn't have a fursuit. Because I've watched one of Creamsicle's tapes.
All right, so Donald Trump says he's considering banning TikTok. Here is...
As early as today, he said.
These are his comments from a press conference that he did earlier.
Looking at TikTok, we may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options, but a lot of things are happening, so we'll see what happens. But
okay, so he says there might be a couple of other options. I think he's just using strong language, and TikTok won't get banned.
No, what the options are is that he pressures TikTok to sell to Microsoft, is what they're talking about right now. So Microsoft is looking into buying the company that owns TikTok from China or whatever. So that would be the
wow.
option.
So all the QAnons that believe that Bill Gates is the enemy of Trump, how are they going to rationalize this?
Well, they'll probably just say that Trump wants the blood on Bill Gates' hands when they find out TikTok was a child grooming ring.
Oh, is that part of it?
I don't know.
think so.
But it's like one thing about TikTok is there are a lot of young people.
I don't even use it. I have watched some videos on it a couple times, but it's not even entertaining to me. There's nothing entertaining on it. To people lip syncing to dumb music that I wouldn't normally listen to. There is some cool, like, you'll see like science-y stuff on there and that kind of stuff.
It's
but
just
the rest
short
of it's
form video. It can be, you can find good stuff on there.
But what gets pushed to the top and you see recommended to you on there is normally just, it's trash that I wouldn't watch personally.
Yeah, they kind of make the algorithm, I heard, if you look beautiful, they push you and they actually hide ugly people. It's something that I guess maybe it was an article that was writing about it.
Who knows? Maybe.
They said that they pretty much just throw people at the front who are attractive to maintain views, and it's kind of curated that way. It's short form content, and when you try and back out of the app, it just plays a new video. You have to double tap to back out.
Yeah, that's very deceptive.
Yeah, it's very smart though. It's like I go back. Oh no, do pretty person to look at. I can't leave yet. You got to hit that double tap.
We are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok. Mr. President, this is
And they were saying that it's it's Chinese owned now. So how much control does the Chinese government have over it?
Well, when you're a Chinese-owned company, you
Yeah.
pretty much have to give everything to the government to exist, right?
Yeah.
And the government can come in and take it from you.
Firstly, what I wish to say is that China is not interested in the US election. We have absolutely no intention of interfering with the US election.
Okay, well, you can have no intention of interfering and still be interested in it.
Well, even beyond that, like TikTok is access to people's data and phones and stuff, and China is collecting that.
Yeah, I wonder which permissions it asks for when you download it.
Well, some people have said that it can copy your keystrokes, and it can see your keystrokes.
Location too?
I'm sure location's probably available.
At the same time, we hope that the US will stop obsessing over China during the election. Some comments from certain US lawmakers.
Yeah, this isn't too far over the line. I mean, it's funny that China's acting kind of weird about this, because China bans things from the internet in their country all the time.
Yeah, Facebook, YouTube.
If it dares to challenge their single party state that they have there, they just snuff it out so that they don't have to worry about it. Because on Facebook and on YouTube, there were dissenting groups that were trying to gain traction in China. and their one party's been running everything for a while. I think that's the only thing worse than having only two parties. Like, we have the two parties with the slight disagreements. They have one solid party, and if you go against it, you're done. You know? And they're allowed to just ban whatever they want.
Yeah, they have the one-party system. Our two-party system is really basically all capitalism, though, right? Like, we're kowtowing to capitalism, and then it's fighting over the crumbs of differences. We have these split issues that everybody sides on that we act like will change, like abortion and
well, it did change
military.
At one point. They want to change it back.
It teeters though, and that's really the only differences.
We've never actually gotten close to abortion being illegal again. Not so much like not on a constitutional level. We've had states like limit the amount of clinics.
But these are all just split issues that exist to make people pick sides because these are just things that people won't budge on.
Well, they do have interests too. Like, it is in the best interests of Republicans to make taxes low for rich people and not provide any type of social services. And then it's in the interest of the Democrats to try to do that, but they don't do a good job at it. Like,
No.
we still have nothing.
Yeah,
Like, but it's because, I mean, it has tilted Republican for most of my lifetime. That's why we never see actual progress in one direction.
There is no progress. People pick sides based on these issues that like are split issues. They don't actually change anything ever. Like, very slowly, boom, we got gay marriage after like 20 years.
Yep,
talking about
that was fine. Yeah, because they're always kind of struggling back and forth in the center. There's never any. I mean, not never, but real progress takes way too long.
Well, the way that we are set up,
concocting something out of nothing. The Chinese government always requires Chinese companies to carry out economic cooperation abroad according to the laws and regulations. We urge certain American people to have the right attitude, abandon prejudice, stop using so-called state apparatus to put pressure on Chinese companies, and to do more that will contribute to the promotion of Sino-US
Well, the problem is that
relations.
the companies are essentially state-run. So that's why your companies are looked at with more scrutiny. But it's weird that Trump's doing this now.
Well, they did just kind of come out with the idea that TikTok was logging people's keystrokes following.
Was
so
that
much.
just recent? Because I thought I had heard of that a while ago.
Well, in the last couple months, it's been coming out and being talked about. So now that's why Trump's saying I should shut them down. But we're talking about one of the biggest apps in American
world.
use. Yeah. America loves TikTok. America runs off TikTok. Used to be Dunkin' Donuts, but carbs.
It's a youth thing primarily.
Yeah, that's what everything is, though, is a youth thing. The youth drive the interest of the world. Facebook was a youth thing. Now it's a fucking grandmama thing. It's a mom sitting at home playing Farmville or whatever thing. But it started as a youth thing.
And it still gets used, so.
Yeah, but it's not cool anymore.
See, that's the part of your statement I disagree with. Like, cool is whatever you make of it. It's not just what the young children decide to do.
If you're an investor, cool is what you follow because cool
I'm
is
not
what...
No, you can invest outside of that. That's not necessarily true either.
It's an indicator of what is going to blow up and what's going to be big, and then you buy into it, and then once it blows up and it's big, it loses its.
Most younger people don't have
value.
their own money to spend. It's their parents who spend
But
it.
you follow trends as an investor. These are just trends. Youth is about trends. They drive the trends.
Okay, Billy. Oh my God! Did you see this? This also links to China.
Now to this story. Mysterious packets of seeds that appear to come from China have now popped up in mailboxes in all 50 states. Officials are scrambling
where the
to
locusts
figure out
come
if
from?
it's just a scam or if they're intended to be seeds of destruction. Here's CBS's Janet Shamlian.
What?
Victoria Dagon and husband John were surprised by a small package postmarked from China in their mailbox near Houston.
I was immediately suspicious. It was not a
Chinese
question, it was
seeds.
not a doubt.
I wonder how many people crushed them up and snorted them.
Yeah, it's just
Inside,
opiums.
4 small bags of seeds. She's a gardener, but never orders from China.
It is very frustrating because we can no longer trust what comes in our mail.
Unsolicited packages, most believed from China, are landing in thousands of mailboxes across the country. State agriculture offices flooded with calls are urging people not to plant them.
Treat them like they're radioactive. Treat them like they're kryptonite. Do not throw them in the trash. We don't want them ending up in the landfill.
Of course, the fucking Texan
by the way-
agriculture.
By the way, kryptonite would not be harmful to anyone unless they happen to be from Krypton. So treating them like they're kryptonite, if you're a regular human being, perfectly safe.
But treat them like they're kryptonite
And
if you
you're
were Superman. Yeah. Yeah, our buddy here, Sid Miller, he's the Texas agriculture guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about anything that has to do with the gardening other than the manure. He's a cowman. That's all he is. Guarantee it. He doesn't care about fucking vegetables or anything. He's a cowman.
Tonight, the USDA is testing the mystery seeds and believes they may be part of what's called a brushing scam, where a seller sends unsolicited packages and posts fake reviews to boost sales. Janet Shamlian, CBS News.
That's weird. I don't understand how sending merchandise for free at your own expense will help you boost sales and make more money, but maybe that's just beyond me. I'm not really into scams.
Everybody in the
so-
chat wants to warn people watching at home, do not trust kryptonite. Lex Luthor did get cancer
Oh,
from wearing
wow.
a kryptonite ring.
Damn.
So we can't go around spreading the lie that
I
you
guess
can't get harmed by
you
kryptonite.
know what? I never learned that. Back in the day when I read comics, he had the ring and everything was cool.
He ended
And
up getting cancer
It
from
was
it.
common. It was a commonly held belief that it was safe for humans. Wow, kind of like smoking. They used to
Yeah.
say smoking was healthy.
Yeah, Lex
back in
Luthor
the
used to
day.
smoke cigarettes too. Because Superman was a baby from Krypton, and you can't give a cigarette to a baby.
But yeah, going back to investing, like, I work with advertisers, and I know that the most coveted demographic is 18 to 35, because those are people that have actual money to spend. What is the other one? I think it's like, I don't even like the older teenagers. That's probably who uses TikTok more, right?
Well, the
in the
real-
music industry, that demographic drove a lot of the music
a
industry.
lot of entertainment, a lot of music,
Right.
a lot of you look at what the kids want, because that's what the parents end up buying for them. That you try and go after that market.
But I would say parents would be more likely to spend money on themselves than they would on their kids.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I mean, no, because parents pay for way more than just stuff for their kids. They buy everything in their house.
But that's locked in money, and then the
What do
kids
you mean that's
start-
locked in money?
They're going to spend it regardless,
No, that's
raising their
not
family.
true.
This is
no. There's impulse buys for things like new furniture, new clothes, all this
It's
stuff.
a rare
that-
expenditure.
No, it's not. You're making things
No,
up.
it's straight up. You're not going to buy like new clothes. A lot of times, you're going to buy more clothes for your kids than you buy for yourself.
The
Because your kids
stuff
have to,
that
your kids are growing.
The stuff that people buy for their kids is only a fraction of their overall budget.
But it's the overall. It's the spending that is driven over what you've already budgeted for. The kids wanting. It's hard to say no to your kids.
But you
and
still have a
advertisers
choice of
know
what
that.
you spend it on, and that's where the marketing is important.
And it's important to market to those children because they will yell at their mom and dad for it until they get it. That's what marketers go after, advertisers go after. When you're talking about a podcast type scenario, 18 to 35, when you're advertising through a podcast, 18 to 35 is who they're going to want to probably go after.
Because
that's
when you watch TV, you wouldn't even see commercials geared towards kids as much as if you would when there's actual children's programming on.
Well, it depends on what you're watching, but they usually would sell to the children in the children's shows. If you watch daytime television, it's going to be Cars and Metamucil, because those are people that are like retirees probably, or stay-at-home moms. older people, but you target the demographic which you go through. But one of the biggest things that people look for is selling to the children and the moms. The moms who buy for those kids. When it comes to buying food, what your kids are going to like, those Sunny D commercials were just as much for the kids as they were for the moms. Kid tested, mother approved. That's a big thing with advertising. They try and bring the mother and the child together.
I don't think that with investing, you kind of painted it with a broad brush, just saying with investing, it matters what the youth is into, and that's not true.
Trends matter, right? So you have to be ahead of the trends.
Okay, this is going to go on forever. I'm just saying, like, I don't agree with you.
Well,
I don't agree with you.
It's good, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I don't agree. I would say there's definitely things that does matter.
A lot of those things are not going to change with the times. Like the things you were naming, those are things people are always going to spend money on, right? They're always going to be there. The kids are the changing of the times, and you have to follow those trends a lot of the time when you're an investor. And when it comes to apps and stuff, Facebook is not as big to get in as what the kids are into now. Like if we would have got into Facebook before it blew up, the children and their entertainment is.
But that was still, Facebook was originally 18 to 35 demographic anyway.
Yeah, it was still youth though. But
I'm not youth. Like TikTok is youth, like teenagers though.
Mm-hmm.
But
just Facebook, like MySpace was.
It's funny that you use Facebook as your example when Facebook was literally created for college students.
But Facebook was still taken on by the youth as a big growth boom.
Let's move on.
Before that, it went from college students, opened up to the youth, and then everybody got on, and then it followed everybody, and it now was a growth chamber for trends, because you get to see people as the trends are happening. They're talking about it, and Facebook has all the analytic data that can now dictate trends or feed off of them before other people notice them.
I don't have any horse in the game one way or the other. I just look at the data.
Watch Dr. Fauci brilliantly shut down this GOP rep when he brings up a specific study on hydroxychloroquine.
Dr. Fauci, one of the things you made a comment a while ago with regards to hydroxychloroquine, and I have an article here that quotes the Henry Ford Health System, an extensive study on hydroxychloroquine, and they say that it significantly reduces the death rate of COVID patients. The study was highly analyzed by peer-reviewed, unlike many other studies, and quoting the executive officer said, as doctors and scientists, we look at the data for insight, and the data here is clear. There was a benefit to using the drug as a treatment for sick and hospitalized patients. And in talking with a lot of older doctors who...
I don't understand why they keep pushing this. They want this drug to work so much, but no one who's actually a doctor besides that one crazy doctor thinks it actually works.
Well, there was that whole team of doctors there, right, that were kind of standing behind it. There are a lot of fringe, crazy doctors that believe this, but also...
They were literally standing behind it while she talked.
Yeah. The meeting was America's first doctor responders, though. That's what they were there for. There was multiple doctors for that meeting. So like, they all went to Washington, D.C. to speak up for, I don't know, basically their conspiracy
There probably wasn't
theorists.
that many of them,
There's like
is my
9 of
point.
them. Yeah.
Okay. Hardly anybody.
Yeah. But the idea is that this is a conspiracy that people are buying into. And if you are... You can make a lot of power by feeding into this right now, because so many people want to believe in hydroxychloroquine as a cure. There's a lot of people out there who believe this is the answer, and that's power when you have people behind you. This senator's or whatever the fuck representative is trying to rope in these people, and hopefully Fauci shuts them down good.
Probably.
I've been around a while, and I trust their judgment and their use of hydroxychloroquine. They say that the initial studies didn't really use zinc with it, and they say that zinc is an enabler to be able to help hydroxychloroquine actually do its job of going after and reducing deaths in patients. Had a long conversation with a doctor earlier in the week, and he said, yes, as long as zinc is there, it really definitely does work. Without it, it's minimally effective. Would you like to comment on that?
Thank you for that. opportunity to comment. The Henry Ford Hospital study that was published was a non-controlled retrospective cohort study that was confounded by a number of issues, including the fact that many of the people who were receiving hydroxychloroquine were also receiving corticosteroids, which we know from another study gives a clear benefit in reducing deaths with advanced disease. So that study is a flawed study, and I think anyone who examines it carefully is that it is not a randomized placebo-controlled trial.
It said it was peer-reviewed.
It doesn't matter. You can peer review something that's a bad study, but the fact is it is not a randomized placebo-controlled trial. The point that I think is important, because we all want to keep an open mind, any and all of the randomized placebo-controlled trials, which is the gold standard of determining if something is effective, none of them had shown any efficacy for hydroxychloroquine. Having said that, I will state, when I do see a randomized placebo-controlled trial that looks at any aspect of hydroxychloroquine, either early study, middle study, or late, if that's
this guy doesn't
placebo-controlled,
understand anything that Fauci's saying right now, too. You can tell. Like, this all is just going way over
The only
his
thing this
head.
guy understands is what his fucking constituents or whoever came to him with this information told him. And he's basically reading off the same thing that they say in all the viral videos.
It's really important to them that Trump was right about it, about this one thing.
Trial
very
shows
important.
efficacy, I would be the first one to admit it and to promote it. But I have not seen yet a randomized placebo-controlled trial that's done that. And in fact, every randomized placebo-controlled trial that has looked at it has shown no efficacy. So I just have to go with the data. I don't have any horse in the game one way or the other. I just look at the data.
Thank you very much.
The gentleman's time has expired.
And these people who are conspiracy theorists against this, they don't believe Fauci at all. They think he's lying to them. They think this is a pure cure, and they don't want to give us the cure. They want us to stay home. They're going around telling you, don't wear a mask. You don't need a mask. There's a cure. But there isn't a cure. Like, we can't look at a woman who says that demons inhabit your sperm and alien DNA gets you pregnant with...
See, I wish people could just lose their license as a doctor for saying that kind of shit.
They have to have malpractice, right? It can't just be based on beliefs.
I know, but those beliefs are going to lead to some malpractice eventually.
Possibly. I wonder how many of those 350 cured are real that she talks about. You know, I want to see all 350 people cured.
I remember there was some doctor that was a member of a UFO cult that claimed to have cloned a human back in the, I think, early 2000s. The Raelians. They claimed to clone a human. But there was never any evidence shown of it at all. I think it was just a publicity stunt. They're past day 65 of protests in Portland. It's crazy.
System of capitalism and imperialism and the white supremacy that was poured into its foundations and all throughout its...
Portland is one of the whitest cities in the country.
Is it?
Yes.
Northeast Portland's not that white.
For Portland.
Well, I think they had, was it 6 or 7% of Portland was black? Do we know what Seattle's percentages are?
Let's see.
I know Oregon as a whole.
Seattle's probably among the whitest too. Let's see.
Yeah, we looked it up for Portland the other day.
Here we go. All right, so I pulled it up based on percentage of white people. All right. So San Antonio's number one, based on percentage of their overall population. Columbus, Ohio is up there too. What is this? The top 15.
Is this though like...
I think.
This is the whitest population?
Cities with the highest percentage of white Americans. Oh, it includes white Hispanic. See, that's the problem.
Damn you, white people.
Well, usually they differentiate.
There's Spokane, Washington.
Spokane.
But
yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look further into it.
I know Northeast Portland has a large representation of black population.
This is white alone, just percentage of just white.
Laredo, Texas.
Yeah.
Spokane, El Paso.
Yeah, I saw.
None of these are Miami. Look at Miami being up in there. Portland is there.
Yeah. See, Portland's up there. I don't know. Seattle is apparently lower. Here's Seattle down here.
Yeah. Anaheim. All these milky white people.
I wonder what year this is as of, though.
The last list was 2015, I believe. I don't know if this has changed at all.
I'm just going to verify this really quick and see on Wikipedia if Wikipedia gets anywhere close to that number, just to see how accurate this is. Where's demographics? Demographics. There it is. 87, 95. I don't know. That must be including Hispanics then, too. Yeah, it is.
If Drunken Peasants was a city, we would be 100% white right now.
Right, yeah, right now.
History from the beginning has got to be overthrown.
I would say Seattle has more black people than Portland.
When all of this dies down, do not get it twisted. The people that are going to have the most to pay is going to be the black community. We don't get to check out of this work. It is part of our work. We were born in this work, and this work never leaves us.
I hope eventually we get it worked out to where we don't have to have endless protests.
Well, I think the idea is that they defund the police a little bit, put some more money back in the communities, and these communities get to thrive and grow rather than
I think
be
if
pulled
they
apart by
if they position it a little better instead of calling it defund the police, because that's not actually what they want to do. They want to like reform and maybe rebudget them.
Well, they're talking about taking like 50% of the police budget.
Yeah,
and
that's
putting
not
it towards-
defunding, though. It's kind of misleading how they're putting it, and it's actually kind of what's biting them in the ass, because their opponents could be like, look, they want to get rid of the police. And in essence, they don't want to totally defund. They want to cut the budget. They want to reform them. They don't want to defund, literally defund.
The safest communities are not the ones with the most police. They're the ones with the most resources.
Sure.
So they're just trying to shift some of those.
I'm just
police
saying their
resources.
terminology could be improved.
Yeah, and if they, too bad they didn't have like a Instagram white girl, blonde hair, blue eyed influencer to like be the one saying it as well, because all these racist Americans really don't like hearing the black people say that they want freedom.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
Like what else would you call it? Right? You hit them with a shock. You say defund the police.
I would say reform the police.
Police reform. That's great.
Yeah. Cut the budget of the police, or like reconfigure the budget.
But one thing defund the police does is it gets people looking. They're like, you can't do that, and then
I think it can be used by their opponents to spread misinformation on what they're actually trying to do, and you can't just do it on your own. You have to get the people who aren't protesting on your side too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that comes with hopefully time and protest. Yay. I don't know. We'll see what happens. They fucked up when they called Chaz Chop, and they learned that immediately and tried to fix it, and that was a hard one to.
Yeah, it
deal
was
with.
never totally fixed. There are still people like that call it Chaz, even though it doesn't even exist anymore.
I mean, we got 100% purity evidence of violations by the people that are supposed to be serving us. If they are supposed to protect and serve us, why should we have to answer to them?
So Seattle's 8% African American, and Portland is 6%. That's as of the 2010 census.
Yeah.
So there will be census data eventually made public, and then we'll have slightly updated numbers. It shouldn't be too big of a difference, though.
We're going to keep this moving on because this is what we do.
This is what we do.
Great reasoning. This is what we do. That's why we're going to do it. I'm doing it because this is what we do.
It sucks that this is what they do, though. Like, they did this in the Rodney King. They did this in Rodney King riots. They did this in the Watts riot before that. Unfortunately, this is a generational thing that they do. And I do want to say there's been some progress along the way. But
Sure.
it sucks that this has to happen about every 20, 30 fucking years.
And there's a lot of collateral damage, too. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah. Demilitarize the police is the winner. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, that's good.
There's no reason the police should be funding fucking military.
You know
weapon
another
grade.
thing? ACAB, me growing, like, when I was like a teenager and stuff, that ACAB shit was skinhead shit. It's
All
funny
cops are
that it's
bad?
used by these people now. Because that was like all cops are bastards. That was like skinhead shit.
Yeah, now it's all cops are bad because they're trying to point out that the system is set up against people. You know, it's not there to protect everybody, and it really,
it should be all cops are bastards.
Is that what ACAB is?
Yeah, all cops are bastards.
People have been saying bad recently, not bastards. But it is all cops are bastards there, so.
Yeah, ACAB. And yeah, it's existed for a while. But it's been used, like, there's a lot of instances where you'll see like skinheads with like Nazi tattoos and they'll have ACAB tattooed on them too. It's interesting that it was adopted by this movement too. This is why I look at Seattle and Portland. I'm like, man, these are super white cities. Where I grew up, it's like almost 30%.
Toledo?
Black. Yes. Yeah. I just looked it up to be sure. Yeah, 27.2%.
Well, it grew quite a bit.
Fuck yeah, it did.
You think that they started...
Well, it's the same thing that happened to Detroit. You know, it was a manufacturing town with a pretty large upper middle class, and a lot of those people left when the jobs left, and the people that stuck around just scraped up whatever was left over. There's neighborhoods of abandoned houses. It looks like Detroit.
Yeah.
And everyone moves to the suburbs. Like everyone I knew that grew up in Toledo, most of them live in the suburbs outside of Toledo.
Here in Seattle, when they started gentrifying the Central District, people would move to like Auburn and Kent, which is south of here. We'd have a pretty big population of Black Americans in Tacoma to start off with. I don't think Tacoma really got gentrified.
You know, Tacoma reminds me of Toledo. Toledo didn't get there's a little bit of it happening now, but there was no reason to invest money into any part of Toledo, so there was never any gentrification. If anything, they'd like remodel the old mall or something like that.
Seattle had like a zone where they would nobody would sell property to black families outside of that zone. That was a central district.
When was this? Because that's totally illegal.
Oh yeah, but it was what they did back in like the 60s, 70s.
Okay, well, I could see that flying back then. I thought you meant like relatively recent.
Well, I mean, you'd have a huge population, dense population in that area, and once Seattle property started to go up in the 90s, they would buy out the families there, and they turned the area into like Capitol Hill 2, you know? It's just everybody had to get cash out and move out of the city. Go get a nice home in Auburn rather than try and continue living in an ever-growing money pit that is Seattle. Started raising the tax rates on everybody, the housing taxes or the property taxes.
I can see here that it went down. This is Seattle. So, and yeah, I mean, in the 90s it was up to 10 and now it's going down again. Probably because of what you're mentioning.
Yeah.
Of gentrification in general.
Gentrification nation.
The most gentrification that happened in Toledo is that they built a new baseball stadium and a new arena and tore down like there used to be like massage parlors and strip clubs in that area. They tore all those down and turned that area into like bars and restaurants, and they built the Tony Paco's and stuff down there.
Tony Paco's.
Yeah.
Yummy.
I wish I could have some. Here's some info on the people most likely to be Joe Biden's running mate.
Presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden is expected to announce in the coming days who his vice presidential nominee will be. This as President Trump is floating the idea of postponing the election. With more on both stories now, we are joined by CBS News political correspondent Ed O'Keefe in Washington. Ed, let's start with the potential VP pick for Vice President Biden. What do we know about the vetting process right now? I know we've heard there are still a little more than 10 women that are involved.
That's right. About 10, 11 women, depending on how you count it. Governors, lawmakers, former Obama administration officials, most of whom we believe have been asked to submit sensitive documents about their personal finances, the history of their family, their public speeches, legislation they've...
Let's see. How many of them do I actually recognize? Two. Yeah.
So
I only recognize two of them, the two on the far right that they're showing here.
Kamala and
Elizabeth Warren, yeah. The rest of them I don't know at all.
I've heard Susan Rice's name as a front runner. I don't know what she does.
Proposed.
I think he's really holding himself back by committing
to a woman.
Yeah, I mean, just pick the best person for the job. If it has to be a woman, then pick them.
All of this leading up to an
Just
announcement
do it
that we're
one
told
way or
is
the other.
unlikely.
When you pick a woman, you'll make a statement that you chose a woman. You don't have to be like, I'll choose a woman. Like before you even made a choice. That's dumb.
Yeah, the fact that there is no choice, like there wasn't a front runner that was a woman, and you're like, well, you know, we're really looking at these strong women. But like,
Warren was the highest polling one out of them. So just by support, she probably is the best choice.
When he announced that it was going to be a woman for sure, Andrew Yang was like, oh, geez, this really goes against the talks I've been having with Biden.
Right.
I think Biden was just promising every Democrat that was like in the thing that he was looking at them as a possible VP, so he would get their support, the ones that knew they wouldn't win.
Or he just thought Andrew Yang was a woman for some reason this entire time.
Those are beautiful features. Gorgeous features.
But very likely the week after, which would be just the week before the Democratic convention is supposed to get underway. We also believe that Biden will begin interviewing some of the finalists in a bid to sort of shrink that list in the coming days. Whether he's going to do that in person or virtually, he wouldn't say. And boy, oh boy, we're trying to figure that out.
I need someone to prove to me, because I heard this last time, but I need someone to prove to me, because I saw someone say that Joe Biden wouldn't run for a second term. And I need to know if that's true, because if that's true, even if that's true that he feels that way and that's what he plans, he should not be saying this now. He shouldn't be saying this before he gets elected the first time, for sure. That proves to me like he almost doesn't even really want to win. Okay? You don't say that when you're running for president the first time. So I heard that, but I don't know if that's true. If someone could show me like an interview transcript or something, or a video of him saying that.
Yeah, that would tweet it at us or whatever we got to do to get a hold of that, because that was interesting.
Do you agree?
To read.
That's stupid.
I mean, I'm more likely to want to vote for Biden knowing that.
I don't think that's true for most people, but maybe I'm wrong. To me, it seems like he doesn't even want to win the first time.
Yeah.
Who is helping him make this pick?
Oh, people are saying that that they looked it up and he didn't actually say that.
Okay.
So he's got at least 4 people who are officially doing this. His former general counsel from when he was vice
Chris
president.
Dodd is still
his
alive?
Good friend, Senator Chris Dodd, former Senator Chris Dodd of Connecticut, the Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti, and Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester.
So these are the people helping select the vice president and possibly the next president if Biden wins, the next president following Biden, because Biden's going to be pretty old if he wins even just this first election. You know, we're talking more than 4 years, like 4.5 years from now.
Yeah, why the mayor of L.A.?
Maybe he kissed the ring of Biden.
I guess, yeah. I was on a vice principal selection committee in my high school.
Why?
I honestly...
How did you get onto that?
Because I like... My principal had a whole bunch of kids come in for her interview for a new school. And when they came to interview all the kids, it was like 20 kids in a room. Like I gave this like really big like story about how she helped save me from dropping out of school.
But you dropped out.
Well, yeah, I eventually did.
All
yeah.
right, this is sad.
And then they said that I got her the job, so she like put me on the committee as like a thank you type thing. And I was like, I was a fucking bad kid. I know
that's why I think this is ridiculous.
It was me and the actual president of the school, like a senior. I was a junior, and then like staff members. And that was the committee to select the new fucking vice principal.
From Delaware, that state's
it was
only
strange.
Congresswoman, the first African American.
So I'm probably like Garcetti over here. Like, why am I there?
They have been doing the paperwork gathering, the initial interviews. They're leading teams
Garcetti.
of volunteer attorneys who are doing deeper vets. But beyond them, he's going to consult his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, his sister Valerie, and about 2 or 3 aides who've been with him since the 1970s. This will be a very close hold decision. You try to talk to people across the campaign who admit they don't know much about what's going on right now, what's in his head. That's partly because of the pandemic and they're literally not around him, but also because they know he keeps close counsel.
And any indication, though?
And I saw this, I got this as a companion to this video that we just watched. This, I don't remember which news station it is, but they're picking Karen Bass as the leader, as the front runner.
What I experienced in a health crisis, in an economic crisis, and in a racial crisis. All 3 of those things we're dealing with right now.
Okay. Can we go back 1 second and look at that screen cap of her? I tried to screen cap it.
Right here?
Can we just play the Chocolate Rain song in the background?
Oh, no. I don't want to, but yeah, I see the resemblance.
She looked like, I want Tay Zonde as vice president now.
4 to 5 decades.
Rain.
Focused on building coalitions and building.
I saw her move her head back to take a breath.
I'm a very goal-driven person. I am focused
Chocolate
on
rain.
getting stuff done, and I am willing to work with whoever, whenever, however. The 3.5 years that we have had,
she seems kind of boring.
Oh yeah, she should sing Chocolate Rain.
We
I would
need
vote for
a
her.
healer, and I do believe that Vice President Biden, who is naturally empathetic, just the opposite of Trump, I think that he is
The opposite of Trump?
and that is what our country needs right now.
He's not a healer. This is a load of shit, but I understand the message that you're bullshitting about.
Well, she wants the job and she's going to kiss his ass publicly, right?
Yeah. He's a healer. He's a healer. I'd trust him at the pool with my kids.
He should just pick someone that has a lot of support behind them. That's what he should do. He should not pick an unknown that is bland. She's just... if it's an unknown, it has to be someone who's exciting, or it has to be someone that's not unknown that has a good base to bring in maybe votes he wouldn't have gotten without them. That's what he needs to do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's already limiting himself. Well, I guess we'll see. John McCain tried to pick someone exciting, and it didn't work very well.
So I think someone said Kamala Harris is going to be the Sarah Palin of this election.
She's way smarter. I don't like her, but she's smarter than Sarah Palin.
I think it was like the flashy woman pick that doesn't go down in history as the first woman vice president.
Well, first of all, they didn't get along very well at all, from what I understand.
Palin and McCain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, she just wasn't... People learned that she was kind of an airhead, and that didn't go well for her. The only thing that really went well for her was that she kind of had she had good charisma, and she was nice looking for her age, and that's it. And that's not... People aren't going to necessarily go for that for vice president, especially back then. Now in the era of Trump, I guess almost
running against
anything goes.
Obama, I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know who could have beaten Obama. Trump maybe could have beaten Obama.
Not John McCain.
Trump at the time, maybe.
All right, we are going to go into oddities. Here it is.
Do we have that Trump tweet?
Oh shit! I'll play it. I'll bring it up in a second.
While we watch this beautiful, horrible intro, I do want to say Goose Juice gave us some love. Goose Juice says Biden chooses the woman with the best smelling hair. Goose Juice says ACAB, all cocks attract Billy. Azriel gave us a big time dono. Thank you. Stuttering Chris asked when we'll see a DP reunion. We're right here, baby. We're right here. Lord of Nurgle again. Thank you, PT Ham. Thank you for the big donos. We are so far away from tonight's goal. Ben and I will probably have to sacrifice our dignity and or anuses.
That's what we normally do.
Yeah.
Not the anus part, but the dignity. Oh, dude, Ricky Shane Page sent me a DM of the dildo that he was going to use in his
really?
match. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Lit.
I probably should pull that up and show everybody.
Lit.
But,
so there was a tweet that Trump put out today that
here it is.
I feel like this is how he's going to win. If he pushes this narrative, this original tweet from Business Insider, July 29th. If you want to play the original tweet video, is that possible?
Yeah, I'm going to have to unmute the browser really quick.
Yeah. It's
all right.
This video is what, 2-3 days old from Business
during
Insider?
The COVID-19 pandemic. And this is Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos' net worth during that same time span.
So we're seeing
from March to
all
June
these
2000.
billionaires just make huge money during the pandemic.
Well, I mean, Amazon exploded. I mean, Amazon was the way people were getting a lot of their stuff.
Yeah.
At the time. So it's no surprise that the CEO of Amazon got richer during COVID. And that I'm sure grocery stores did really well because all the restaurants were closed. Think of all the money that gets spent at a restaurant and all of a sudden that wasn't available for a few months. A lot of that's going to get spent at a grocery store.
Think of how many billionaires there are in this world, or in this country, not this world, in this country, because they made almost $700 trillion. Or $700 billion, almost over $500 billion. They made almost $700 billion during the pandemic. So we're going to look at these numbers here.
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos saw his wealth rise by an estimated $48 billion. The founder of the video conferencing platform Zoom grew his nest egg by over 2.5
Well, yeah, Zoom.
billion.
Okay, there's another reason for that. Zoom. A lot of people didn't even know what the fuck Zoom was before the pandemic, and people started using it as a means of communication where they would have otherwise been communicating face to face. So Amazon and Zoom, two businesses that exploded during COVID because they became way more necessary than they were before. Amazon was already in heavy use, but it became even more necessary. And same goes for Zoom.
And that covers like just a percentage of the billions made by the billionaires.
And former Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer's net worth increased by $15.7 billion. These kinds of examples might lead you to think that when billionaires profit during a crisis, it's just a matter of right place, right time. Well, that's not false, but it's not entirely true either. Casino magnate Sheldon Adelson saw his wealth increase by $5 billion, while Elon Musk saw an increase of $17.2 billion.
You know what happened with Elon Musk? They did the SpaceX launch and the stock of Tesla like quadruple.
Yeah.
And you know how much of that he owns.
Yeah.
So that's where that money came from. I mean, not just that, but
I think
a
he
lot
was
of
one
it.
of the top 5 richest men in America for like an hour or something.
Yeah, I bet that shifts all the time.
Yeah.
When you add up the numbers, billionaires in the United States have increased their total net worth $637 billion during the COVID-19 pandemic so far. At the same time, more than 40 million Americans filed for unemployment. With tens of millions of Americans out of a paycheck, and the stock market plummeting by 37% in March, how is it that the rich have continued getting richer? This isn't the first time billionaires have seen gains, while a large portion of Americans were feeling losses. When the housing bubble burst in 2007,
show me how much money, what happened with the CEO of McDonald's? Did he make more money during the coronavirus?
I mean, I think what this guy is showing us is why they made the money during this this pandemic and why
this
it's
has
a
fell
problem.
21%. And roughly 3.1 million homes were foreclosed on
This
in
is
the
the
United States.
2007
The stock market
housing crash? I thought it was
plummeted by over
2008,
50%.
but-
And by the end of 2009, 8.8 million Americans
Yeah,
had
I
lost
think
their
you're right,
jobs.
actually,
And the effects
about
lingered.
2008.
From 2009 to 2012, the incomes of the bottom 99% grew by only 0.4%. But the income of the top 1% grew by a staggering 31.4% in the same time span. And it all ties back to two things. First, the government disproportionately gave more aid to banks and corporations. In 2008, the Emergency Economic Stabilization Act was signed into law, creating a $700 billion program to purchase devalued assets from banks. This was called the Troubled Asset Relief Program, or TARP.
This is where they
Later,
flipped all
President
the
Obama would
housing
direct
loan
75
shit they did. All the housing loan shit they did, they dumped it on the government, and then they went and made money off of their mistake. It was a super scam.
Yep.
And Obama had to kind of just sign his way through everything because what are you going to do? You know, you got the big banks. They're too big to fail, right?
$5 billion
That's what they were
Too big to fail.
to help reduce interest payments for homeowners. That means homeowners received around 10%.
Every automobile manufacturer, except for I believe Ford, got a bailout too. And that's why Maserati owns Chrysler now. That's how that happened. That's why an Italian car company owns a car company that was started in the United States and is mostly only used in the United States. Like not only, but mostly.
Yeah.
The direct relief that banks and corporations did. And this leads to reason number 2. When the stock market bounced back, the unequal bailouts meant that the wealthy still had money on hand to invest and thus profit, while the middle and lower classes did not.
They were out on their ass.
In 2008, the Federal Reserve lowered short-term interest rates to near zero. They would remain that low for nearly a decade. This paved the way for a historic bull market on Wall Street that began in 2009 and lasted until March 2020 when the pandemic hit.
So people who bought in at the bottom, their investment, they saw insane returns on it. But yeah, pandemic sunk all of this stuff.
In that time?
Not all the way back to where it was,
Yeah.
in like 10 years ago.
But then the pandemic had one of the biggest bailouts ever for people in this position.
Right.
Gained 462%. That means that
The Paycheck Protection Program
investment in the S&P 500 at the low point of the financial crisis could have returned roughly $4,620, while someone who could afford a $1 million investment could have pulled in over $4.6 million. By 2009, the world's high net worth individuals had grown their share of global wealth by 19% to $39 trillion, recouping nearly all of their losses in a single year. That quick recovery and larger share of the world's wealth enabled them to continue to make money at an exponential rate. In fact, the top 1% captured 95% of the income gains made from 2009 to 2012. And by 2020, the combined wealth of the billionaire class in the United States had increased by over 80%. Which brings us back to the moment when the coronavirus pandemic rocked the economy. In 2019, the Fed reported that 4 in 10 Americans didn't have enough cash in their bank accounts to cover a $400 unexpected expense. And in the first few months of 2020, 40 million Americans found themselves unemployed due to COVID-19. Many small businesses had to close due to lockdowns and social distancing, while others were forced to try to operate with
40% of Americans couldn't afford a $400
made $349 billion available to small businesses with the Paycheck Protection Program. But like in 2008, $243 million of that was snapped up by large publicly traded corporations, some of which were valued at over $100 million. Even hedge funds submitted claims to try to tap into what they saw as free money. On March 16, 2020, just 5 days after COVID-19 was declared a pandemic, the Dow suffered the worst single-day points drop in its history. But by June 4th, 7 of the world's richest people had seen their fortunes increase by over 50%. Part of what made this possible was a stock market rebound, fueled both by the Paycheck Protection Program and actions by the Fed. Again, the Fed lowered short-term interest rates for banks to near 0%.
Yeah.
And as before, they have promised to hold those rates low until the economy is on track. This is a cycle that has happened time and time again. During the earthquake in Haiti in 2010, only 2.5% of the $195 million of relief funds went to Haitian companies. Much of the rest was awarded to DC-based construction companies. And when Hurricane Katrina struck New Orleans in 2005, real estate developer Joseph Cannizzaro said the clearing out caused by Katrina represented some very big opportunities. Cannizzaro was selected as part of a panel to develop the Bring New Orleans Back plan, part of which put a stop on reconstruction of low-income neighborhoods until the residents returned. Of course, residents couldn't return to their destroyed homes, and many were foreclosed on, paving the way for others to buy those proproperties and develop them.
Do they say anything else here?
When the time did come to rebuild New Orleans,
they probably have a whole big tie-in here at the end that we could listen to, but it really comes down to what Trump is hitting on here now. This right here, the Senate there, the last bit about the Senate.
After the House passed the bill in 2019, it was introduced in the Senate, but has not been brought to a vote. Other suggestions include an emergency 10% millionaire income surtax, a stimulus package aimed at funding charities, instituting a wealth tax, and reducing the amount allowed by the gift and estate tax. Last, and perhaps most importantly, the report underscores the need to shut down the global hidden wealth economy. The U.S. alone is estimated to lose nearly $200 billion in tax revenues to offshore havens each year. That's roughly 3 times the amount of all the money budgeted for the Department of Education in 2021.
3 times the amount of the
Changes
education
like the
budget.
ideas above are global in scale and require political cooperation to become reality.
We know this
If
is
the
a
relationship
problem.
between wealth
This
and
has been a
income
problem in
inequality are ever
2010
going to
when the housing crisis happened. Everybody lost all their shit and they bailed out the big boys. We know this is a problem. Trump now says, I actually agree with this. Too much income disparity. Changes must be made, and soon.
You don't think he's ever benefited from things like this?
100% he has. But as our president, he is now addressing a problem that we've known for over a decade based off of the bailout that Obama signed for, and a lot of people are mad at Obama to this day about, but that problem was made under Bush's regime. Like it's not something you can just blame, right? It's so fucking big, but it is a problem, and if Trump addresses this problem, this is Trump's way into the presidency, 100%. If he actually he doesn't have to do anything. He just has to talk about doing it. He has to bring up that there is a problem, get everybody wild and ready about it to vote for him, and he's now your president again. Easy. This negative response to COVID that everybody's shitting on, it disappears. This is how Trump wins. If he runs with this. He doesn't have to do anything either. He's just to promise it. The same way he promised the wall, promised he'd drain the swamp, promised all that shit. Because this is a real problem we've been dealing with, and I think it's scary the way he's like, yeah, this is it.
I don't think he'll do anything about it.
I don't think he'll do anything about it either. But
Something
I think
will come out.
I mean,
like he's a hypocrite over this.
He can be a hypocrite. He can say, I seen the problem directly because I benefited from it, and it's time that Americans benefit first. Everybody benefits, not just the 1%. He's like, I've made my money. That's what he could say. I've made my money. It's time for you to make your money, and then everybody gets behind him.
All right, moving on to oddities.
Jocular Jellyfish says, no, don't see it, Billy. One too many lies.
I don't want to talk about this.
One truth?
You guys are keeping him going. He's just going to keep going.
One major truth will wash away those tiny lies to so many people. So many people who are waiting to have somebody address this problem.
I know I played the oddities twice because we played something else and I want to get into oddities, so I played the intro.
Yeah.
What is up, YouTube? We are live. Hope you cool Cobras are doing fantastic. It's another beautiful sunny day in Casper, Wyoming, baby. Yeah, buddy.
Former cruiserweight champion, by the way.
It's going all right. All things considered.
Is he Cringer?
Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, former world champion.
I'm like $77 and some odd cents in the hole on my bank account, but I sell enough T-shirts. We can take care of that.
To his fangirls?
Yeah,
Does he have
buddy.
that many fangirls?
Cue the Halo music. Ho, 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 ho.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at that, YouTube.
I turned off.
And now he's got the booger screen shooting off the reflection.
Your boy King Cobra got himself a brand new phone. It's an iPhone 6, but it's better than nothing.
It's funny that the time was 1, 2, 3, 4 when he did
Now,
this.
I ordered this phone from backmarket.com, and I paid $115
backmarket.com
for this phone.
That's too close to the dark web.
Too much close to black market.
Yeah, when my phone charges up, I might be able to do a cooking video here in a bit. I'm going to make a KFC bacon cheeseburger. It's going to be delicious.
What? Does he do this?
Oh, you already know what's up. KFC does rule, dude. Well, the other day when I ordered a 16-piece bucket extra crispy, Grubhub wasn't delivering. They just got done delivering for the day. So I literally had to ride my bike all the way up to KFC over by the mall and then ride back with it. So I got a little workout while doing it. I got a really strong case for it. One of those, cases that the construction workers use.
Ooh.
So I'm pretty stoked about that.
You could be a village
My dad
person.
did, in fact, buy the iPhone case, yes. And I greatly appreciate that. That has nothing to do with the soap, my dude. Because I wear Bond tactical soap too, and I hardly ever get bit by bugs. So maybe there's just something in your blood.
What? Maybe there's just something in your blood that makes you get bit by bugs.
Sorry
Maybe
to
the
hear
soap
that,
doesn't work,
man. But thank you for the
It's not a
$1.99 donation.
fucking bug spray, is it?
Yeah, my dad is a good dude. He
Tactical
has a
soap
lot
is?
of patience.
I think that one. I think that's one of the benefits of
Okay,
it.
so you
for
can get,
me, and I
you
appreciate
can get chicks
that.
and
Lord knows I'm not the
bugs.
easiest son to deal with. I'm actually the black sheep of my family.
No, you're not. You don't.
Yellow? Fucking trolls, dude. That's rich. That's so fucking predictable, dude. As soon as I show off my new phone on YouTube, the trolls are right back at it again. Like clockwork, dude.
That was kind of a fake.
So now if they call and harass me on my phone while I'm doing a live stream, I can just fuck with them for your entertainment because fuck the trolls. I made those assholes my bitches. Oh, I plan on it. If my trolls start prank calling me on my live stream with my new phone, I plan on it. They want me to get mad and pissed off, but
He takes ownership of the trolls too. He calls them my trolls.
They're the trolls to a lol cow are much like simps to an e-girl. You do own them. You just don't control them. That's the only difference.
the truth of it is, I have the power in my hands. I manipulate my trolls, and I'm good at it. That is a good idea. I think we'll do that, actually. Let's see. Let's go into our settings. Boop. Oh, it's going to be hard to fucking prank call me when my phone's on airplane mode.
Yeah, but then you can't use it for, like, anything.
Fucking losers. It is pretty pathetic how jealous my trolls are of me. But ever since I shaved my head, look how long it's gotten. It's not quite down to my shoulders at Aussie length just yet, but it's getting...
Aussie length. It's not quite at Aussie length yet.
There. Now that we got a new phone, start making shit happen. What did you buy that put you in the negative?
Fucking phone.
He's always in the negative. And he tells people that he overdrafted his bank account.
The phone, the pizza.
I was ordering Grubhub and DoorDash when I wasn't supposed to. And the bank charged me $36 for an overdraft fee, so...
I'd love to know per year, annually, how much you pay in overdraft fees.
Lips of an Angel by Hinder, I think we can do that.
Everyone has a slip up from time to time, but he seems to have it all the time.
Should we start a service where we just control his overdraft fees? We pay them for him, and then he pays us back?
Why would we do that?
We pay his overdraft fees, and he owes us the money when he gets paid again.
Sounds like he never has any money. It sounds like a losing business.
Well, he ends up having to pay the bank back eventually, right? When he gets paid out.
I think this is the dumbest idea you've ever said.
Are you
That's saying
serious?
Something.
Headphones real quick.
This is guaranteed
Show that
money.
Apple
Let's take it out of the
logo.
bank.
Watch out. Free
Instead of him
advertisements.
overdrafting, we'll offer him 50% what the bank's charging.
Smell like a
He
man
pays us
with
back.
tactical soap. Oh, Cobra thinks he could sing "Lips of an Angel" by Hinder. This ought to be good. Instead of come hither at this, it's come hinder.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, he has to pay the bank. The bank. He doesn't have to pay us.
Word puns. Disappear from chat for a moment to sing some sexiness
If we only
for
take
all
half
the
what the bank
of-age ladies
charges,
out there.
he'll want
Watch
to pay
out.
us rather than the bank because he's going to save half the money.
Let's give it the old college try, shall we?
Start this genius business. Get a bunch of clients. Well, when you're a successful millionaire, I'll admit
There's probably
I was
already
wrong.
an app that does that.
Coming from the
That offers
lips of
the
an
pay.
angel, hearing those words, it makes me weak.
Oh.
There are times that I want to say goodbye.
He's trolling, right? Like he's not seriously trying to sing. He's fucking with his audience.
Alrighty. Ooh, hold up. What do we got? What's this? What's this? Hold up. Ooh, a bell tower video. Smash that like. Ghost, Mary on the Cross lyrics. Mary on the cross, it's easy, never ever scared me. Mary on. I kind of want to make a parody of that song that's a lot more satanic and raunchy in nature.
Oh yeah.
A change is gonna happen. Sam Cooke lyrics.
Sam Cooke?
Sam Cooke.
Nice. Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke.
The Sam Cooke monster on the lyrics. How's got to get the cookie?
Ghost in the fog. Yeah, I think we can do this. Holy diver, you've been gone too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me?
Ronnie James Dio is spinning around in his grave.
Or he's tucking
Right now,
himself
fixing-
in knowing he doesn't have to listen to this because he did.
My cowboy hat because the spikes came off, so I'm gluing them back into place with some clear drying Gorilla Glue. But I got my hat nice and broken in. So yeah, I got a brand new cell phone here. It's an iPhone 6. It's the oldest one they have available, but it works, dude. I could not justify spending $1,000 on a phone. That's ridiculous, dude.
I'd rather spend it on overdraft fees.
Yeah. Yeah, if you didn't have all these overdraft fees, you probably could have got a $1,000 phone.
However, I'm going to be a lot more careful with this one because this is literally my fourth phone within like 2 to 3 years, damn near. Eesh.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't spend $1,000 on a phone if you're
Yeah.
breaking them like that.
Dude,
If you were an adult, though, you could totally spend $1,000 on a phone and probably use that phone to make you $2,000, especially if you were, I don't know, some sort of YouTube personality. Don't you think investing in a nice phone would help you create content?
Yes.
I don't know.
I'll be taking my leftover KFC. And I may end up doing that for
Yeah, most people that are like King Cobra couldn't get an audience of any kind on the internet, but King Cobra gets it. Do you know what I mean? There's a bunch of people out there like King Cobra. Like I've
he's
known
special.
people. No, I've known people with the same kind of personality and everything. Just like King Cobra, but if they were on the internet, for some reason, there's something about King Cobra that makes people want to
Well,
watch.
I think it was that people found him and made videos on him, and that boosted him up. You know, I think that those people probably never got discovered because there's so many of them.
supper, to be honest, because I'm not that hungry. I'll have like one meal a day, even though you should technically eat 2 or 3, but it's paying off because I'm slimming down, dude. Eating one meal a day is cheaper on the grocery bill, and it turns out Kanye West is a Cradle of Filth fan, and that's cool. You know,
that's cool.
I actually found out he had bipolar disorder, and now I feel kind of bad for ripping on him.
That's
so.
what's up.
Yeah, man, smoke some weed for that shit, bro. You'll be doing just fine. By the way, Kanye, bro, you want to smell good for Kim K? Check out Tactical Soap.
I like how he acts like Kanye's watching.
Kanye is watching.
Oh.
I just talked to Kanye. He said, "Hey, man, do you know where I can get some Tactical Soap?" And I was like,
"Watch King Cobra."
I was like, "Dude, go to my boy Cobes.
Cobes
from Casper, Wyoming.
Cobes with dopes.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, from the Grondike Soap Company. You don't even know, bro. I noticed that Kanye's got a little bit of goatee action going. Get some God of War pheromone beard oil for that shit, my dude. God of War pheromone beard oil.
I love it when he makes this face when he like
have your beard softer than a baby's ass. I tell you what. And it'll have you smelling irresistible for the ladies. Gotta plug Tactical Soap, man, because I'm an affiliate. I'm a proud affiliate for Tactical.
We should get a Tactical Soap affiliate.
I can't be around Tactical Soap.
We don't have to be around it to be an affiliate.
So, man, I tell you what, Scott Carr is a badass. I have Asperger's syndrome, so sometimes talking to women is not my strongest point.
Sometimes.
However, when I wear Tactical Soap, it's like having a wingman on my skin.
However, every
women
time,
think I
Ooh, what a great pitch.
It's like having a wingman on my skin.
Yeah,
Every
like
time
that.
I say something horrible to a woman, I wash my mouth out with Tactical Soap. And it keeps me from putting my foot in my mouth.
smell sexy, and instantly it makes me feel more confident with myself. Right now, I'm not stressing the dating scene. I'm young. I got my whole life ahead of
Who
me.
needs a woman
There are
when
plenty
you
of
got a
hot
wingman on
of-age
your
babes
skin?
in this town, so
Wow.
I'm a fucking sexy, badass rock star. The assholes, the pigs, and the cunts and the bitches ruin it for both sides. There are a lot of good women and a lot of good men out there. Don't get me wrong, a sexy of-age goth chick of her own would be pretty freaking sweet. It's gonna happen one of these days. You just gotta give it time and patience. So come on down to Casper if you want to meet me, but don't just come to visit Casper to see me. Come check out the city, dude. Casper has a lot of awesome spots, a lot of touristy things you can do, you know. We live up in the mountains too, so it's really pretty. There's a lot of scenic areas in Casper.
He's trying to talk some girls in.
Come on down to Casper. You can leave your friends behind.
See, he did it right though. He pretends like, hey, don't just come out to see me. Come enjoy yourself, you know?
Yeah, the tourist destination of Casper, Wyoming.
Right, but then Chris Chan was just like, the eventuality of our sexy time together.
Yeah, I know. Cobes is 1,000 times smoother.
Yeah.
1,000 times.
So Casper actually has a very diverse culture. We're not just full of hicks. We got goths.
He's just as transparent. We're not just hicks. We got goths.
He points at himself.
We have people with Asperger's.
If I saw this guy, I would not think he was goth. Like, I would not.
We have homeless people that live in actual homes.
Mexicans, Asians, Indians.
I like how he talks like goths like a race.
It's going to be on the Casper, Wyoming census in 2020.
We have goths, but we also have
We have bad boys. We have sexies.
You know, for how small it is, Casper's got a very diverse culture. I think it's awesome, dude. If you're able to travel, come see Casper. Come check it out. Oh yeah, I think the shriek's good enough to do some Cradle of Filth.
Do you see what he did with his eyebrows after he said that? Yeah.
6 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh God, here it comes.
I got this. They got Pinhead in the opening.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, my hair's long enough to headbang. I love it. Shut up, watch this cause of a part of the a ghost in the fog. Oh my God, that was embarrassing. The whole time I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, you're gonna pull off the shriek. Fuck ever, dude. Like I said, it's no big deal. Just gotta rewind it. This is embarrassing. A ghost in the fog.
No.
Okay, that was barely passable as a shriek. It was just embarrassing because Cradle of Filth is one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
A ghost in the fog.
Okay, just because they're your favorite band doesn't mean you can sing like them. That's not how it works. You don't just... Your ability to be as good as them isn't reflective of how big your fandom is.
Oh my fucking God,
like,
dude.
I don't think you can sing like Ozzy either. You have his name tattooed on you, but I don't think you're remotely as good of a singer as Ozzy.
Horrible.
You don't think he's Ozzy?
Hold up.
Nope.
The pause.
I don't think he can eat a bat as well as Ozzy.
Bullshit, dude. The whole time I sat there saying, I got this. I got this. I want to rock this song.
Is that a
what's the worst the trolls are gonna say?
He's trying to do Cradle of Filth vocals, which is like a lot of like screaming and shit.
Okay.
Oh, you need to get laid. You suck at singing Cradle of Filth. Like it's predictable, dude. My trolls are fucking predictable.
My trolls are predictable.
And to be fair, not a whole lot of people can shriek like Danny Filth. That's why it's extremely hard to do. I'm a badass singer anyway, so there's no sense of getting pissed off about it. But when it comes to my singing, I'm a perfectionist. When it comes to my guitar playing, my wands, things I take pride in, who I am as a person, you know? I've sang Cradle of Filth for years on YouTube, so I'm not even tripping out about it, to be honest. A ghost in the fog. Wow.
Nope.
Oh, Cobra thinks he can.
Why is he singing into a Moscow Mule?
Because he's a perfectionist, Ben. He's a perfectionist.
Sing like ZZ Top. That's rich. That is rich. Let me go crazy about a shop drugs, man.
That was great.
That's
That
right.
was ZZ Stop.
Yes, I never told you. I'm so happy that you're mine. Well, yeah, that'll do the trick, Slick. All right, I will do a chi ball for you because it was paid for earlier.
Chi ball?
A little chi
We're
ball?
gonna make a Thai chi ball up here on camera. What color should we make it? Let's make it green.
Oh.
It's like Dragon Ball Z in real life. Did you see that?
I see that.
This
I
is
like
what
how he's a magician.
What the fuck was that? I didn't see
He
anything.
made a chi ball.
I didn't see
It
anything.
was green.
Did you really see that?
Remember when he fucking pulled his wand out like
Oh, and it was like it glowed.
Did you see that glow? He's fucking
Yeah.
he's either seeing things or he's just fucking with everybody. I
Clint
love
just
that.
zoned him. Yeah, fuck you. Get banned from my channel. Oh, that troll comment made me laugh. Holy shit.
He's got to be trolling, man.
Oops, did I do that?
Chi-ball!
Thunderstorm, let's go. Anyways,
I could see him
dude,
making
thanks for
some
donating
cheese
time.
balls. Wasn't he gonna cook?
I'm your money.
Grease
Chilling
balls, more
out.
like it.
Listen to me rock some vocal covers. If you like the content, subscribe for more. And I'll catch you cool cobras later.
Oh, I saw this one earlier. This video makes the claim that apes are not real.
Apes are not real?
Yeah. Before we get into that, though, if you guys could like the stream and take a look at our goal, we're trying to meet this goal before the end of tonight's show so we can do a bonus show next week. This is a bonus show in of itself. And if you if you guys would be so kind as to throw us $2.
$2, Chuck. I'm gonna go pee, and when I get back, I'm gonna put the shock collar on. And every $20 donation, every $20 donation, I'll let Ben shock me.
What?
But that's gonna be after I pee because I gotta pee.
What? I cannot believe that this is happening. So if you send him in now, guys, I'll let you know, and he can do makeup ones when he gets back. Whew. Oh, man, getting parched. So, maybe I can go full screen. Oh, no! All right. Here I am, everybody. How's it going? Actually, I have to queue up the next segment. So, Spec keeps sending me these updated intros, but shit, it takes so much time to render them and put them in. In regards to the Brett versus Vaughn drama, I watched Brett's video on BitTube where he says he's not friends with Vaughn anymore because Vaughn tried to convert Brett into... Let me see what the rest of that was. Because he tried to convert him into paganism, and then Brett started attacking Vaughn's family, ironically. I doubt Vaughn was trying to convert him, at least, you know, I don't think he was getting to an uncomfortable level. I think that's a Brett falsehood that you're hearing right there. I wouldn't trust anything he says there. I would trust Von Helton to be more honest. That's not saying much, but still. I'm taking myself off full screen. Here we go. Water-headed pagans. Yeah, guys, the last episode that we did, which one was it? The one that was on, the one that we did on Twitch that I later on uploaded to YouTube, some asshole flagged it as having sexual content in it. And that video was hidden and age restricted for a really long time, and people hardly watched it because it was basically hidden as much as a video can be without being unlisted. But I'm glad there's people here tonight. If you can like the stream, double check, make sure you're subscribed. There's other ways also to make sure that you get notified when we're doing a stream. Joining Discord helps a lot. There's a link in the description for Discord. I encourage all of you to join it because we pop in there sometimes. Asterios is in there sometimes. We're in there regularly, and there's a lot of cool people that are in there all the time. So I highly recommend it. Link in the description, and you'll get a notification when our streams are going live. Also, down below, there's also a calendar, a Google Calendar. It'll integrate with your Android device, and you can pull it up in Chrome, and that says when we're doing a show and who the guest is. Speaking of which, I do have some previews as to who the guests this coming month are going to be. I do know that on the 4th, we've got Hannibal and Monty coming in. Well, not literally coming in, but on the show. On the 6th, not only do we have Scott, but we also have our friend forever.
Really?
Evan LeFavor. So Evan LeFavor and Scott are going to be on the show together coming up here on the 6th. We have kind of an adjusted schedule for the following week, but we are going to have Smarty on, John Page, on the... So that's on the 12th. On the 13th, we're going to have Asterios and Scott. Again. Hannibal and Monty on the 18th. On the 20th, Jimmy Dore and Scott. On the 27th, Asterios and Scott. That's who we have lined up right now, but I have some more people in the works too. But that's the tentative schedule. I think we might have Tommy C back again.
Yeah, he said he would like to come back.
Yeah, I think I already have the date
Awesome.
planned. I just don't have it on the calendar yet. Yeah.
So, Josh Newpoint gave us $19.99. Said no shock, just love. I encourage all the sweet boys and girls to send in $19.99 so I don't have to die tonight multiple times, because this isn't like a goal. This is just immediate gratification.
Yes.
20 is a shock, so like you're getting a deal here. We could not hit the goal. I could get shocked to shit. Fixed Soul said, how many years do you think Cobes has left of that head rug? Oh, I don't think he's got it right now. I think it's a figment of our imagination. 470 said, in regards to the Brett Vaughn drama, you read this one already?
Yeah, I read that earlier.
All right, cool.
I'll tell you what, if we meet the goal, I normally have a policy of talking about the manatee, but if we meet the goal tonight, we'll watch the Vaughn Brett drama video. In addition to whatever else we do.
Also, if you guys want to be really kind to me, you can donate $100, and I only take one shock rather than $20.
So
a piece.
anything over 20.
Yeah, of course.
You take one shock.
20 or above, I'm going to do a shock.
I thought it would be like multiples.
No.
So then you take what, 5 shocks?
No, of course not.
Why not?
Because that's not the way.
All right.
It's not the way. Anyways, Ben, here's the shocker.
Yeah, but
Lost my job today.
Oh, here it is.
Thank you, sweet boys, for always cheering me up.
All right, it's on 100, so this is gonna suck.
I'll just do it for 1 second, like one split second, okay?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Man, when we had Atom in here, I was zapping him for like 10 seconds. And remember, he went to the bathroom, and it reached all the way to the bathroom and zapped him in there. We could hear him go, ah, in the bathroom.
Yeah. So you don't have to full screen me for this. Whenever someone gives a 20, I could be unprepared. Just do a little shock.
Oh, you want it to be totally surprised.
I don't give a fuck.
Kind of like we did with Joe the one time.
We just got to try and hit this goal.
In this video, I want to talk about gray ape hoax.
I am a sweet boy, Stevie McHugs.
There is no such thing as gray apes. They're people in fursuits. It's a huge satanic deception to try to get you to think that you're an evolved monkey. You are not an evolved monkey. Evolution is not true.
It's a grand conspiracy. They fabricated the very existence of apes so that we would think we evolved from them. It's that
Creatures
fucking
can
ridiculous.
adapt, and that's the truth. And that's the way that God made this place, so that things can adapt to the environment that they're in. And evolution that they sell you in school is just a satanic deception. The biggest thing that can just prove that it's wrong is just this great ape hoax. That they're fursuits and that they've been created to try to prove evolution. Same thing with, I mean, this goes way past great apes. Animals, fake animals like the platypus that they've just invented to try to prove evolution. Just even looking into the history of the platypus, you can see that people called it as a hoax in the past, but they keep running with it, and eventually it gets adopted. Because now we got CGI, so they can make people believe anything.
Do you think this is a troll?
It could just be crazy.
But
yeah, it's hard now.
Great apes, probably the biggest part of the evolution hoax, making people believe that they're just evolved monkeys.
Thank you.
And
because you can literally go to a zoo and see one. They're they're all just people in suits, even though the wild ones out in the wilderness.
People out there that deny evolution. Let's say that you somehow find a pastor that denies evolution. It's not like they're going to be going around saying, "Oh, it's a big satanic deception. Gorillas are just fursuits." No. They'll just say something like, "Well, yeah, we have chimps and we have all the orangutans, but we don't have the missing link." They'll just say some really bad, like just weak argument.
The missing link was a bad gimmick, right?
I think so. Yeah, there was no documented proof. Oscar, I think, was the half man, half ape's name at the time.
Oh yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Oscar got
well,
traveled.
humans are apes, though, technically.
Like that. We've never found the missing link. Instead of just coming and telling you the truth, which is their fursuits.
The truth, which is their
fursuits.
Is there a zoo that's just furries, where it's humans in like their furry fursuits, and you go and you watch them just...
Don't give them any ideas.
It'd be a lit-ass zoo, though.
There'd be all kinds of
everywhere.
deviant behavior going on.
I guess, so how does he explain baby apes, then, who can swing around and do stuff a human child couldn't? Damn. Maybe that's a dwarf?
Yeah, like put an angry chimp in the octagon with the UFC champion and see who wins.
Pound for pound?
No, not even pound. Dude, if it was pound for pound, the human wouldn't last at all. I mean, like, chimps are naturally smaller on average than humans, but have like 50 times our strength. Like, they can break limbs with their hands. It's crazy.
Sciencism. They want to play both sides they want to get you to accept all the sciencism stuff, but then create just a sliver of doubt about it. And it doesn't really help. That's not convincing to anyone to say, oh, well, they're just missing that one little link. We're being bombarded by propaganda every day telling us that we're just a monkey. So if somebody comes to us and tells us...
Yeah, that's probably like... Remember the time on the news when they have to pause to remind everyone that they're just a monkey?
Everybody, they're just a monkey.
We have to pause for station identification and to remind you that you're just a monkey.
You're just a monkey.
But they're missing a little link between us and them. That doesn't help anything. But if you can...
I don't think this guy understands what a missing link is. That's just the proposal of, the fossil records and skeletal remains of some type of animal that's literally just right smack dab in between us and the rest of the great apes. But we don't even need that to know. I mean, we have DNA evidence too.
Like, we have Neanderthal blood in a lot of our DNAs, but Neanderthal's not even part of the chain.
No.
It's where something split off.
A Neanderthal
entirely.
was hominoid.
Yeah, but we do have like Neanderthal blood in our DNA history. Some people have more than others. So it's like it's like
Neanderthals were hominoids, just like we are. And we could interbreed with them. That's probably what happened to them. That's why we have their DNA, and why some people from certain parts of the world have more of it than others, because that's where they lived, and they got bred into our gene pool into extinction.
Oh no! So the ethnostates are right.
What?
The Neanderthal ethnostates.
I don't think there really were a lot of them either. I don't think. Yeah, but I mean, even with like chimp DNA, there's like retroviruses that both we have and chimps have in their DNA that are like viruses that aren't even in existence today. It's really weird. Oh, gorillas are also hominoids? I did not know that.
Show somebody how to see with their eyes that it's just a fursuit.
Okay, they're homos. You want me to say homos?
They're saying that they're just not in the homogeneous.
Right. But we are, and Neanderthals were, and
Homo erectus and Homo.
Yeah, all of those. Yeah, because we're Homo sapien.
Yeah.
It breaks the spell. And how much better proof is that? The fact that they're going out of their way to create these fake creatures to make people think that they're monkeys. I have no doubt in my mind that evolution is BS. It's the same thing as waking up to the fake NASA stuff. When you realize how much...
The whole homo thing just killed the mood. We're like, I don't know. And they keep saying it.
It killed the mood? You want me to do the Doug theme song to get the mood back?
What is your name?
Rosamond.
Rosamond
Daniel.
Rosamond Daniel.
Rosamond.
And you are going to be Joe Biden's
What
vice
happened to you
president.
today?
So you delivered me today, and then when I went to the bathroom, I think 15 minutes later, some white stuff came out.
Watch this. This is saxophone deliverance.
Shut up. Shut up.
Saxophone deliverance.
I tried to do this sexy saxophone song, but the Doug theme song came out. I had no idea this was actual saxophone deliverance. This is
Religion
mad.
can be a mental disorder.
Does religion survive if we're not allowed to teach children about religion?
You are living. Lucia, you rape. You rape.
Like if there's an 18 and up call for teaching a child about religion, would religion die, or would there be enough people that at 18 years old bought into this shit as full-grown adults?
Some people would. There's a lot of people that find religion later in life that were not taught religion at all when they were kids.
Yeah, it's very well. The crazy thing about G-Man is what he was.
He claims he was Nation of Islam, but who knows?
You rape. You abuse. You child molester. You child molester. You child molester. You
What
rape.
the fun is going in?
Child molester. Child molester. Go. Ow. Go. Ow.
Do these people just think this is fun? Like,
this is the worst Price is Right game I've ever seen.
Oral sex demo. You see oral sex? Look, oral sex. Look. You
No.
oral sex. Use oral sex.
Stop
Let that
it.
sperm of that man out. Ow. Out, you demo. Out. Out. Let go. Use oral
he's like, I gotta talk to her later when this is done.
Yeah, no
Let
shit.
that sperm of that man out. Ow.
Demon came with his penis and put it in my mouth.
A demon came with his penis.
So there's
Put
oral
it in
sex
my
demons.
mouth.
There's oral sex demons and sexy saxophone playing at this church.
Yeah.
Can I get in?
Yeah.
Tell me they all believe in hydroxychloroquine as well.
Demon in the private part.
This is my new heaven.
Is he spraying her vag? Holy water on the vag?
No wonder some white stuff came out.
No, we got to give her magic bukkake.
So you treat the vagina sex demon like it's a bad cat? You squirt it? Are you serious? He's like, oh no, bad pussy. I always know how to deal with bad pussy you squirted.
Go!
Shut up.
Dude, she was just
Shut up.
She was swaying around like a pro wrestler that just took, like an atomic drop or something.
Yeah. Pro wrestling and religion have a lot in common. They're fake. They're only worthwhile if you believe in them. Oh my God. Thank you, Vic Berger.
Yeah, great editing. Shout out to Vic Berger.
Vic Berger.
Look at this shit. That's like a hornet's nest or something. Look. See all of them? Okay? Just be prepared to be horrified, okay?
Oh no. Is it?
You wanted him, bitch? Is that who you really wanted? You sure about that?
What? Is he trying to bring Christ back?
You know he's... Oh my God!
There he is, bitch.
I saw zero hornets buzzing though.
There he is.
If there were hornets buzzing around in his hand and out of his mouth, this would be the most badass video ever. Instead, I'm just thinking Thanos wasted his potential.
I'm afraid of this person.
Nah.
What, you saying it was fake?
No, not fake. I saw no hornets buzzing.
Dude, he killed them all immediately. I did see a few flying out when he first did it.
Okay. That's better. Video quality was pretty piss poor.
Oh my God.
I want to see them things start buzzing. I want to hear
They
them.
did start flying out when he first hit it.
I want to hear them go. Vzz.
When he first hit it, I mean, it wasn't that big to begin with.
Yeah.
But when he hits it, I saw a few fly away.
Yeah, if you can put an entire hornet's nest in your hand, just like if you can fit an entire dick in your hand, I'm not impressed when you shove it in your mouth.
That's weird. All right. Once again, we're reminding everyone we've had a goal for almost 2 years now. It has never been not achieved. Okay, never before. We're almost at 50% of the goal. We're probably going to go into overtime, and we'd really like to meet this goal. So for every $20 donation, I will zap Billy the Fridge. He won't even see it coming because I might not do it right away. I might wait a second.
Can't wait too long.
So we need this, guys. We need your support. We will be doing another show next week. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Hornets will attack you for no reason. Everybody's talking shit on hornets. I love Alonzo Mourning.
Alonzo Mourning?
Yeah, he was one of my favorite Hornets players from the NBA.
The Hornets?
Was it the Charlotte Hornets?
It used to be. It's not anymore.
Alonzo Mourning and was it Larry Johnson? And Alonzo Mourning played for the Hornets at the same time. Back when I actually watched basketball for some reason. Probably because the Sonics were hooping it up and NBA Jam was a top quality game.
You could be Bill Clinton.
Hey, Bill Clinton or a kid? That game didn't age well. Playing with Bill Clinton and a kid.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
Sweato Memes is saying, he said, you wanted him? I feel like this was some form of intimidation sent to an ex-girlfriend or something. I assumed he was talking to internet trolls and they were calling him a pussy and he was proving them he wasn't a pussy. Saying, you wanted him, you wanted him, you wanted badass B-Eater to come out, you got him, you got the badass me. I don't know. It just reminds me of Battle Cam when someone would call somebody a pussy, then they'd go slice their arm open or do something absolutely crazy or eat a cat poop.
So let's read our super chats. We've got Sagar and Jetty says, "Why are you against weed, man?" I just hate drugs. I hate all drugs. And I say this all the time, and all the drug
Looks like you got a
heads,
coffee
all
cup
all
there.
the weed brains are always
drug.
like, "Oh, so you've
It's
never
not
had
coffee though,
caffeine,
Ben. I fill the
right?"
cup up with Catboy semen.
Because caffeine is a drug, and it's like, no,
Yep.
dipshit. I'm talking about hard drugs. I'm talking.
Well, weed is not a hard drug.
Yeah, weed is not hard compared to caffeine. Like the amount of pussy you are, caffeine is stronger than weed if you take into consideration how unpussy people who smoke weed are.
Talking about illicit drugs.
You big pussy.
There is a difference, you know. So you're against caffeine and alcohol, then, right?
Alcohol is a way harder drug than weed. It is way harder.
Justin Brahman says, y'all want to see a Billy Shock chokehold? You did it in the wrong dono box, dude. That dono box does nothing for me, Justin. You got to do it through Streamlabs. You got to do it through Streamlabs, Justin.
Do you know Justin?
I don't know.
Oh. Should I give him one because he didn't know the rules or no?
I
No.
mean, I would say no.
Okay.
But
No, I'll take your judgment on that because that wasn't towards the actual goal. Did another one come in?
Yeah.
Where? From Dave?
I think it was.
All right. So that was for Dave. Dave sent one in.
Morton Dave says, sorry, Billy. Chet Lemon says, send a $2 bill in. I hate drugs, but I love getting high. Thank you, Chet Lemon. And Justin Brahman. Just throw me one for Justin. Guys, stop sending 20 through fucking that
Someone
shit,
said
though.
20 is 20, not through Super Chat. It's not.
Yeah, it doesn't go to the goal, but just give him the fucking shock and stop
Okay.
sending it to that fucking thing. Because
Plus, you don't give it. We don't get $20 from it.
Yeah, it doesn't go to the goal. It doesn't go to the goal. YouTube takes like 40% of it.
Here we go. I feel bad.
Yeah, no more of that fucking super chat shit.
Yeah.
I'm not taking shocks if it doesn't go to the goal.
Well, if it cost them 20, they should. They paid 20 and didn't get a full 20 out of it.
Yeah, but I just gave him one anyways.
Yep.
Stop sending to super chat if you want to shock me. That's not part of the menu, boys. Only Streamlabs. We got to hit our goal. It's every 20 to the goal.
Yep.
I hate that you guys don't know this by now. We've been putting you through, putting me through shocks for years now.
For years.
I can't use my brain anymore.
I am against alcohol, and you know I try to refrain from caffeine as much as possible, but I really do. I mean, I don't drink coffee. I'll have a Monster here and there.
What are you drinking out of that cup?
What I hate
Water?
about weed,
Catboy Deluxe,
and about depressants in general, you know, it's not to say
Weed is not a depressant.
that I'm not equally against stimulants, but something like weed is particularly.
There's not just stimulants and depressants. There's all different types of drugs. And weed is kind of in its own category. THC is kind of its own unique category, at least the last time I did research on this. It's not a depressant like alcohol or Xanax, those sort of drugs.
Bad because it leads to laziness. You know, it subtracts from your IQ. It is quite literally like the perfect post-history drug because it makes you stupid. It makes you lazy. And it makes you basically the perfect, docile, over-socialized slave for the New World Order. And I know a lot of potheads will disagree and say, well, I read something on Reddit, and actually it doesn't decrease your IQ. It does decrease your IQ, and it does make you lazy, and it is addictive. And all of the potheads that I've ever argued with...
Nothing can decrease your IQ. And then he responds with, actually it does, actually it does, actually. It's not a good argument. You're not arguing anything. You're just saying, no, you're wrong. Why the fuck do people listen to? Oh, I remember why. Because they want him to spout off shit about the Nazis and Cookie Monster.
The thing is that weed can affect people differently, and different types of weed has different effects. And in some cases, it can act as a stimulant. In some cases, it can act as a hallucinogen. In some cases, it can act as a depressant.
It's magic, man.
I mean, and also when you ingest weed, when you eat it, it affects you in a totally different way. Your body processes it in a different way, and there's actually chemicals in weed that wouldn't normally affect you without going through your liver.
So really quick, Ben, before we start this, I don't know what it is with Streamlabs. It's down again. It's not loading people's stuff. Justin Bramman gave us another 20 through Super Chat. Said the old lady said you made her right night, so I'm allowed to kick another Jackson your way. Thanks for the fun, guys. Thank you, Justin.
Why Super Chat?
I mean, that doesn't matter. But what does matter is that frickin' Cryptos Rock is a DJ too, gave 20 and said, "Hey, sexy boys, paint me like one of your French girls." Oh, Truffle Shuffle gave 20, said, "Billy Franklin, show me electricity." And Daniel Ayer said, for $20, the apes are people in fursuits. Guy needs to prove his conspiracy theory to us by approaching some gorillas and removing their fursuits.
Yeah, do it. One time I was at a zoo and I saw it. I was at the gorilla exhibit, and there's a big silverback gorilla sitting with his back up against the glass, and on the other side there was a kid sitting on the ground in front of the glass on the other side, and this gorilla slapped the fucking glass right where the kid's head was as hard as he could. I just pictured that kid's head just flying off of his neck.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, they all claim that this isn't true, but they also can't live without it. You know, I'm not addicted. I just smoke every day. I just can't have a good time without it. I just don't want to do anything with my life, you know?
Sometimes weed can make certain things more fun for people. Not everybody. Some people just want to sleep on it.
Well, so
you all right?
I think that drugs like that are horrible. And maybe what's worse about a drug like that is it alters your state of consciousness. You know, I'm a big believer in sort of an unmolested clarity of, you know, of your state of mind and of your reason, unimpaired
Well, that's good.
reason.
Do it for yourself,
and
you dumb shit.
marijuana,
Don't put it on other people.
Point of smoking marijuana. There's one thing with,
but that's one thing about him. He's so fucking judgmental, and he has the mentality of someone that I would expect to be older than me. Like, so resistant to change and wanting things to go back the way they used to be, but he wasn't even alive when things were that way. I'm talking like 40s and 50s.
There's a lot of money being pushed out to people who spout this shit out, and if you're young and vibrant, he probably saw Caden Cowgirl getting some Koch brothers money.
like alcohol. I've never drank alcohol, but you know, you might get a buzz or you might get a little bit of a good feeling. You can even enjoy a glass of wine, really, without even affecting
You know what? I know you've drank some kind of alcohol because you're Catholic. So you have drank alcohol. You know what? I felt a little buzzed at my first communion.
Really?
Yeah, because I was I was in the first grade. What is that, like 6 years old? Probably weighed like 30, 40 pounds. So one sip of wine made me feel kind of tipsy.
You think that got you set on a path of...
No, I didn't. I never drank in high school or anything like that. I didn't drink until I was older.
Were you straight edge?
No, I just didn't prefer it.
Without affecting your state of mind really at all. You know, if you get a sip of wine at communion. But smoking pot, the whole point, I mean, the only and exclusive intention of smoking pot is to impair your reason, is to alter your state of mind, is to put you in a different state of mind.
Okay.
And I just think that's awful. I just think it's for losers. I think it's gross. You know, smoking, in general, I think is gross. And
listen to them rationalize.
I also think it's for babies. You know, when people
it's for
say,
babies?
"Oh,
yeah, alcohol's for babies. Weed's for babies. That's sick. That's sick.
No, it's not for babies.
Nick
it's
Fuentes
the
wants
opposite.
to give weed to babies.
I know. What
That's
a disgusting
sick.
Nazi.
Oh, my God.
Something to mellow me out. It's like, why don't you grow up and be a man? And don't get me wrong, if there's like a medicinal application, I'm actually kind of more open-minded about that. If some people are like dying of cancer, like, you've got some kind of serious pain management.
Yeah. You got to be like dying or in constant agony for it to be okay, as far as Nick is concerned. It's funny because people on the right always talk about how they like freedom and shit, but it's only for freedom for the things they value.
Freedom. That you have to do, then I understand. But if you're talking about like the existential pain, then grow up, right? So I think it's very juvenile. I think it's very it's like slave.
Someone said those are
morality.
libertarians. Yeah, you're probably right. Not alt-righters. Well, I know people who aren't libertarians that talk. They want all of their shit that they're interested in to be fulfilled for them, but everything they don't like, they want people to go to jail for it.
That's the cool thing about being conservative is that your side usually already has the things they're holding on to. So they have their high horse.
Right.
And you're like, well, the thing is, this doesn't really work for everybody. So we have to rethink that. Nope. We got what we want. Fuck you. And it's like, well, but like people want to be able to bury their husbands when they're gay. They want to be able to maintain wealth together in a loving relationship. Nope. Queering don't make the world go round.
Yeah, and people want to smoke a plant that literally just grows out of the ground. You don't even have to like process it. It's not like cocaine where you got to like process leaves and shit. It's literally you pick it out of the ground and there it is.
Which, by the way, shout out to the last time we had a big quarantine with the Spanish flu. Cocaine was in our fucking soda pop. Man, it would have been way easier to chill these last few months if I had cocaine
You
soda.
can't chill on cocaine.
But I would have gained a little bit of weight.
Chill is like the worst way to
I
describe
wouldn't have lost the belt loop in my pants.
months and months on cocaine. There's nothing chill about that.
I'd be so chill and
No,
high.
you would
and
not
thin.
be chill.
This episode right now would be super cool. I'd be hella fidgety, like, hey guys, how you doing? Just gonna a little bit of this one.
And when I hear people smoke weed, it makes me instantly think less of them. When people tell me
You think less of
smoke
people
pot,
for
I'm
every
like, oh,
reason.
look.
And if you think less of me, I must be doing something right.
When somebody doesn't recite how great Hitler was, I instantly think less of them. Okay.
So you're a pot smoker. I don't even know why fully. Some of it is honestly just probably like instinctual, but I just I automatically just think lesser. It's like, really, you need that you're about that. That's what you're about. I think it's gross. That's amazing. Says weed makes you gay. Yeah, very true. Yeah, everyone I've ever known that smoked pot, not a winner.
Ben was not gay before he started smoking weed. Unfortunately, I don't think you're gay now, so that doesn't hold up well for our boy.
Our boy
Fuentes.
I might turn gay right now.
Ben,
you never know.
You gonna do a gay? Ben, are you gonna do a gay?
I'm gonna do a weed, and then after that, I might want to do a gay. You
Put
never
that
know.
long, glassy, phallic thing up to your throat and suck. Do a gay. Do a gay. Do.
So are the Streamlabs not?
They're not showing. We do have another small little baby Streamlab. If I can get this to reload. Mr. Morden says 69, dude. 469.69. Thank you very much, Mr. Morden. Oh. Woo! Yeah.
Dude, I got this crazy strong weed. That's just like, it's called Haterade.
Haterade?
Yeah.
Ain't no tolerations in this dancery. Catboy smokes. Catboy loves the weed.
Were you just singing Mary J. Blige?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Sticky says, Billy, you're the only other guy in the room, so if Ben's going to do a gay ... I didn't say do a gay with me. You don't have to do a gay to...
Not right away.
Yeah. It's not on stream. That'll be for, like, chatterbait.
And that's only if the weed turns me gay.
Mr. Borden says, Streamlabs is acting weird. 1 second you can't tip, but then the reload and it'll let you tip. That's strange.
So word to the wise to everyone that's been trying to tip, but it hasn't been working for you. You might need to reload it.
That's obviously what's happening tonight. But doing a weed.
These
vape.
anti-mask people are so annoying.
Oh, I hate it.
Sorry, can I have something? Yeah, man, I'm a journalist, and
I'm a journalist. Every schmuck with a camera, this is probably on a cell phone.
I'm a journalist.
Yeah.
I'm a germaphobe. Put your fucking mask
to you
on.
about your guys' mask sign out here real quick.
I'm a journalist.
All right, man. So this mask sign right here, as you'll notice, it says.
Are you filming me right now?
Yeah, I'm a journalist.
Okay,
in your
okay.
mask.
I'm a journalist.
And you have a face covering, so
Yeah,
you're not even.
So I'm not going to
identifiable.
talk to you right now, okay?
Well, I'm just going to make
Okay,
sure you're.
you can
I'm
leave.
gonna make sure you're aware that
Okay.
until, he says
All right,
until
I'm gonna-
further notice, customers are
Okay.
required to use face mask covering over their nose and mouth while inside. It is not required. So what you guys are doing is you're infringing upon people's civil rights by coercion
Nobody
by putting this
cares.
sign right here.
That gentleman there wasn't wearing
It
a
says
mask.
required. It's a lie.
Service, please, Derek. Customer service.
Who, the guy holding the camera?
No, the guy that was walking inside for a second. I thought there was a guy.
There might have been someone who didn't.
The Publix employee was not willing to conduct a conversation.
Of course not.
over
You're not
this
wearing a mask. Fuck
fraudulent
off. He's got work
lie
to do.
of the word required
Go
to
eat
use
shit.
a face mask covering. Because I just
If you're
went
gonna have your
into
mask
Publix
off, eat a piece
without
of poop.
any face mask or nose covering, and I was able to conduct my business. So their signage.
I do want to say I see a lot of people that are wearing masks but not covering their nose, and that is so fucking annoying. You might as well not even be wearing one. Like, would you put a condom on halfway?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I went to dinner the
it's-
other night, and our waiter the entire time had his nose hanging out.
That's stupid.
I didn't want to say anything because it was a nice place.
Is a form of coercion, and it's against the Civil Rights Act of 1964, Title II. You got to stand up for your rights and not put up with this nonsense. This is a bunch of lies.
Yeah, don't put up with this nonsense. It's a bunch of lies. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care if it's a nonsense. It's something very simple. Anybody who feels like they're stepping on your rights because you have to wear a mask, you're being an asshole.
You can stay home and have your groceries delivered to you.
Yeah.
And have all that shit delivered to you. That's your right. You don't have to be allowed in a private business for any reason.
And beyond your rights, just be a decent human being and wear the mask. It's not like they're asking you to give up your virginity. They're not asking you to sell your soul. It's like, hey, we're pretty sure that wearing a mask will help other people not get sick. So wear the mask, please. We need this. People keep getting sick because they're not wearing masks. Nope. It's my right to be a piece of trash, not care about anybody else. Go get my fucking bag of Oreos and cough in people's faces. Get out of here.
The champ.
Hello, everyone.
She's been quiet for a while. She just came back.
Wow, I have not been online for forever. I haven't been online for like a couple months actually, which is sorry about my frazzled look. But yes, I haven't been online for about 2 months, and I lost 20 pounds during that time also. But I just wanted to update you guys because a lot of you guys have been wondering like where I am and why I haven't been online, because I used to go live a whole lot a while ago, but then I just disappeared, for a little while. But anyways, I know you guys take about like 2 or so minutes to get here, so I'm just gonna say a prayer before I get started and update you all on like what's going on right now.
A lot of times
So
during our
ex-
private shows, people won't show up real quick, so Ben will play like a meme song. Tila just does a 2-minute prayer. A
prayer.
Excuse my messy hair, because
If you notice, she's not taking care of her appearance again. Remember, for a while there, she had her makeup done and she was dressed nice.
Yeah.
Every time.
single mom of 2 children is not easy. So I'm not trying to be sitting here trying to look all dazzling or whatever, but because this is what single moms look like, guys. So anyways, let us pray first before we get started.
The prayers are
Heavenly
coming
Father,
back.
thank you so very much. Lord, you're so good to us, all your children. Heavenly Father, we give you all the glory, honor, and praise for your righteous justice and judgments upon the wicked, that you do not acquit the wicked, that the guilty does not go unpunished, and you are good, Lord. You give them time to repent, and they repented not, so they must reap their rewards of their actions, of the the seeds they sown of destruction.
Just when she wins
But I thank you, Heavenly
the
Father, that we
championship.
continue to bless all of our enemies and pray for their salvation.
She goes
And
back
we bless
to
them and
God.
not curse them, Lord. We leave them in your capable hands to expose all the wicked and their plans and thwart all their plans. And now has finally come to a finalization in this matter, this long war. As everyone here knows, we praise you, Heavenly Father. We don't speak evil of anyone, but I'm just here to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, because we are children of God and we seek peace, and those who seek peace and pursue it will be called children of God. And I seek peace with all people, Lord, and everyone here also. I pray and thank you, Lord, that you bless all of my viewers here, and even those who are lost here. They might not understand me before, but you give me lots of new revelation as I started maturing in my walk with you, Lord, and you get all the glory. You're so good. I pray in Jesus' name that the Holy Spirit will guide me in everything I say in this video, because I'm not here to slander anyone, but only speak the truth in this matter so everyone knows what's going on. I thank you, Lord. Please guide me in all my ways and bless us. I cover this broadcast in the blood of Jesus. No distractions. I bind and rebuke all distractions, all slanders, all attacks. I seize it now with the blood of Jesus in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys. So I wanted to update you. As you all see, it took me a little while before I made this post, even though I knew what was happening, and you guys could kind of sense something weird was happening. But I didn't want to make a video right away because, the Lord was just showing me things, and as I started maturing. And, so as the title says, Thomas Paxton Whitaker charged with a felony. And as you all may or may not know, I recently, like a month or two ago, I was just reaching out to all my enemies, everyone who wished me harm.
Just reaching out to all my enemies, everyone who wished me harm. My grocery list. Just a couple of errands I had to do, like reaching out to my enemies, everyone who wished me harm. She says all nonchalantly. What did she do when she caught up with the kids?
And I contacted them and I tried to make peace with them again. And I was just like, hey,
That's good. She had a My Name is Earl list, except for people she wronged. It was people who wronged her. She's like, hey, you were a cunt to me. I'm just telling you, it's okay.
I forgive you, and I pray you forgive me too. Like, let's just all work things out for the sake of our families and our children. And I'm constantly doing this, guys. And as you all, some of you may know, because I made a post to support him in his music, I invited him here. And, he never told me anything about, he came right away. So I invited him here, and, I was just trying to work things out. I just wanted to do right in God's eyes. I didn't, regardless of how I felt towards him or how...
Is she talking about ICP? Did she invite ICP over?
Thomas Paxton Whitaker.
Oh.
That's what it says. The title is Thomas Paxton Whitaker charged with a felony.
Damn.
So she's talking about the father of her kids, right?
Okay, because she said musician, so I guess he
Hold
probably
on,
was
let
a
me
musician.
look it up.
I was just hoping that it was ICP after they threw poo-poo at her that she called to
They
make
didn't
amends.
throw it at her. The fans
Basically.
did. Yeah, this is it's not basically
Her baby daddy.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever anyone's done to hurt me, how much I've been wronged, I put all my feelings aside, and I just wanted to do what was right in God's eyes. I wanted to be in good standing with God. I wanted to have God's favor, and I didn't want to stand in judgment day and have God ask me why didn't you, this and that. So I didn't want to be judged by God. So I wanted to do the right thing. So I invited him here to live with us even, and I was offering to help him with his music. As you all saw, I made a post for him for you guys to support his music and donate him some GoFundMe money so he could pay off his debts. And then I was going to cancel all his back-end child support even. And make a
Wow.
long story short, I'm not going to get into all the details just out of respect for his privacy or whatever, because it's between him and God what he did while he was here. But I'm just going to give you the facts so that it could protect you, because he came here and refused to, failed to tell me that he had already been charged with a felony. I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but a couple months back, I was making prophetic videos. The Lord was telling me to warn these people that you're going to jail. I made many videos of me, you know, remember I was dressing up as a police officer, which was strange because God provided me all those outfits, you know, and all the police badges. And then I had all those videos when I was warning everybody, you're going to prison. And I had no idea this was happening with him. So at that time, he went to prison for theft. And, you know, because the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And he's been doing this for so long. And then he was not supposed to even be here out of state because he's currently on parole. So he didn't even tell me till later on after he got here. All this calamity came upon my household because I was trying to do the right thing. But I'm not going to get into all that. So then he told me because he had to call his parole officer. And I was like, does she know you're here? I mean, you're not even supposed to be here, you know. And he's like, it's okay, you know, she won't know that I'm here. So he wasn't even supposed to leave Georgia because he's currently on parole for theft. He stole like $30,000 for somebody, like all this ratchet drama. And so if anyone knows his probation officer, you can please update them because I don't do all this. I don't deal with this negative drama in my life. I'm just trying to do what's good in God.
Hold on. Don't you make videos every time a natural disaster happens about how happy you are that it happened because God?
Well, it's God's way.
Eyes and do what's right. And as you all witnessed to my actions, I invited him back here because I forgave him all his debts. I was willing to work with him and help him be a better man, be a better father. And he just came here and plundered our whole family, even though we tried to help him. But I forgive him anyways. And so he violated his parole officer probation and left his state and failed to tell me. And I'm like, I'm not housing a fugitive, you know, and then on top of that, I found out from my sister, because God exposes all the plans of the enemy. He was stalking my sister. He was driving to her house, randomly popping up.
I don't know what to say, man.
Because
I'm bummed. She just won the title off King Cobra, and she's back to the Christian stuff.
Yeah.
We need some crazy Christian stuff, not baby papa.
Oh, there's other new stuff that's out.
Okay, good.
Yeah. This is just the most. This explains why she's back now.
Damn. She's like, I don't even know you, why you're at my house. And he was stalking my mom and dad and causing all this calamity behind our backs. And so when the Lord exposed to me all these things, I was like, wow. So, and for all you ladies out there, I've also reached out to a few of the ladies out there that he was, dealing with you ladies and enchanting you with his, charms and bewitchment spell, because that's how he gets you. You know, he has this like really southern charm on the surface, but underneath is pure evil, ladies. And I pray for all the ladies and people that has dealt with him. And I'm sorry I didn't see this sooner.
He retweeted this because I'm looking at his Twitter. He retweeted this thing, this post on a blog, The Lies of Tila Tequila. So,
well, I'm pretty sure she's not the authority.
Because you were attacking me, but it's not your fault, ladies, because he's just enchanting you and pulling you in. So Heavenly Father,
the top
I pray
lie
for all
that
of the
she has
victims,
sex with God?
caused by Mr. Whitaker's hands, because you notice all the ladies that teamed up with him, a lot of them got calamity fell upon them. A lot of their family members
them got
went to
calamity.
prison too,
No,
because
it's
he released
chlamydia.
These curses
Tila
upon
Tequila.
them. So Heavenly Father, I pray that you break off all these
pronounced
satanic
chlamydia.
enchantments, bewitchment off of these victims and all the ladies that he's involving himself with, Lord. That's
wow, this claims. Wow, this because this actually says the lies that she's told.
Okay.
And look at lie 38.
38. When she overdosed on drugs, Tila Tequila lied about having an aneurysm.
What is? Oh yeah.
She muted.
I think if the browser's muted, I think we may have watched this before too.
It's all the video itself's also muted. Yeah. Tila Tequila lied about her hair and lips being natural. Tila Tequila lied about paintings she never painted herself. Tila Tequila lied about an adult movie of hers being stolen and published against her will when it was a professional movie with professional actors when she got paid up front. Yeah, a lot of the celebrities were doing that as a way to like sell the tape without having their image like totally tarnished. They're like, it got stolen from me, but they were getting paid up front. Tila Tequila lied about being pregnant again. Tila Tequila lied about creating a blog which only promotes and helps people. Tila Tequila lied about not having lost her court cases regarding Sean Merriman. Tila Tequila lied about being pregnant again. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. Like,
these are all the she did. Remember before she lied about being pregnant? Do you remember that? Like a few months ago.
Yeah.
These are all the. I guess these are like videos and stuff. Some of them, anyway. She lied about never coming back to Twitter, and 2 weeks later came back to Twitter. There's a lot of stuff like this. Some of these are old, though. Going back to
2010, 2009.
Yeah. This one lied about going to lied about going on an internet break and came back the next day.
We got friends like that. We all have friends like that. Rafi's Tenders said, OMG, please make this stop. Please make this stop. Thank you, Rafi's Tenders. I don't know why the donos aren't showing up on the screen. But
yeah, that's really weird. There's no... It's...
We had this similar problem not too long ago. It's heartbreaking.
Alert box.
Tila Tequila's allergic to alcohol. Makes her drunk.
Let me try a test one and see if it works.
I won't be taking any shocks for test donations, by the way.
No. Of course not.
Just wanted to make that clear. Sean Merriman won a huge defamation lawsuit because she accused him of being a Play-Doh, and he actually was suspended for games. She can't work in Cali because Merriman takes all her money if she works in California. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Tila Tequila lied about knowing an armbar? Damn. How could she? How could she?
They were showing earlier, right?
Yeah, at the beginning of the day today.
There must just be... It must be down or
element
something.
Could be down through Streamlabs, the display element.
Yeah, but the goal is showing still.
Yeah, it could be something to do with... Did you try and reinsert the address?
No, but I could.
See if that helps.
Let me see.
You never know with Streamlabs. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. But what I do know is Tila Tequila is back on the God. Just when I thought she was getting good again. Good meaning that she was having sex with local police officers and rocking the slut outfits. Now she's back to her. I don't want a holy tequila. I don't need holy Tila. I need dirty, downright disgusting Tila Tequila. That's Tila I voted for. Tipsy Tila. Give me tipsy Tila.
There it is.
Okay.
Got it. I had to put the address in again. There's no reason why I should have had to do that. But whatever. Here it is. It worked.
Welcome back.
Is that where we had it before? Or did I had it raised up
in the corner.
Okay.
Tila was dipped in tequila as a baby. That's tasty. That's a tasty Tila Tequila treat. Baby dipped in tequila. It's almost like the adrenochrome runs freely with the Jose Cuervo. Causes a fantastic pairing for those of you sipping at home.
For those of you simping at home.
No, nobody simps here. We're all grown.
All right. Let's try.
This is a test donation
All right.
for $4.
All right, guys. We need to make it rain. It's time for Dono Rally right now. So for every 20, there's a zap. And I will do a bong hit. How about that?
Double your pleasure, double your fun. Double mint gum. East LAX says, I simp for Tila. You should. You should. But not this Tila.
Bringing him down to a path to hell, and I plead the blood of Jesus over that. I pray you please have mercy on all of my enemies, which I don't consider you my enemies because it's really not your fault. I love you, and I'm sorry that I allowed Satan to come between all of us, and try to have us attack each other for
I
no
need an
reason.
evil
Because
laugh,
I don't
Tila.
even know you, and you don't know me, and it's just wrong.
This is probably more
so I want to
healthy
make that
for her,
clear
at
right
least.
now that I don't want any more attacks. I'm not here to attack you either, but I'm just here to speak the truth. So if any of you ladies or anyone out there, if he just randomly contacts you or pops up at your house, just contact the local authorities immediately because he's not even supposed to leave his house prison out in Georgia where
His
he
house
is
prison.
currently
Yeah.
on parole. He has a parole hearing in September, actually, or coming up pretty soon. He had one here, but he lied to them and told them that he was still in Georgia. But he was not in Georgia. He was here trying to scheme his way, and then he was trying to get me to cancel all his debt, and then take off. But, oh, Lord, the Lord did not let that happen. So the Lord says, people feel, they feel bad for thieves who steal if they're hungry. However,
There we
the Lord
go.
says once that thief is caught,
Double tap zip zap. Love you, ooh.
So they meant that they could have just sent that as two separate donos, but they sent it as one.
Should have.
Yeah, but I mean, we get the same amount either way, right?
I mean, here's the thing. Double tap zip zap.
Oh shit.
Did it die?
Hold on. It's not dead, but apparently you're not getting it.
Huh.
Did the collar die? Was the collar plugged in?
Maybe the collar died. Let's.
There we go.
Fuck!
All right. They both weren't touching. That's the problem, I think. All right. All right. There's both of them.
Little bitch.
Woo. That was interesting.
he has to pay back sevenfold what he stole.
I ain't doing no
and
double
that
tap
includes
off one
even if he has
dono
to
no
sell
more.
his house
Break
to pay
'em down.
back what he stole, then he has to do that. But I'm not worried about that. I leave it to God, but I praise the Lord. Oh yeah, and then one very important thing. Mr. Whitaker, I found out while he was here through the presence of the Holy Spirit, through very strange behavior, because you don't really know anyone fully until you live with them. And I live with him here in my house.
All right.
You never know anybody fully until you live with them. Never.
Right Wing Watch, I hate your thing that you do now
The
with
economy
this.
of the United States was red hot. Red hot. Despite everything the media and the Democrats and the deep state threw at him, the impeachment, the deep state, Russiagate investigation, the economy just kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter. More jobs were being produced. Unemployment was plummeting to like lowest
Unemployment was lowest because people weren't being accepted for it as well. They were running out of their unemployment time and having to go get jobs because they weren't going to
Yeah,
have.
unemployment is a measure of who's getting the benefits, not who doesn't have a job.
The quality of jobs was overall lower. People were earning less overall. We saw earlier from the video that it was a 0% incentive for all the big people to invest in it.
Rick Wiles.
Little Rick Wiles, like we know why the economy was doing so well. All the green limitations that
All
were
the mark
put
of the beast technology.
the mark of the beast technology, all the eco-friendly caps that were put on were taken through Obama. The clean energy shit, the green energy shit, all that was lifted when Trump came in. They opened up the floodgates on production and business. Of course, it's going to grow huge. It was a business president. Zero conservation or future involved. It was a now. And it paid off. And what happened? We fucking had 40% of Americans that couldn't afford a $400 hit. And then we had one of the biggest hits ever with COVID. Everybody having to stay home, sit on their fucking thumbs. It's not a boon for Trump.
They knew they could not defeat him with that economy. The only way to defeat him was to destroy the economy, meaning put millions of people out of work, cause suffering. Do I believe that the Democrats actually conspired with China to do it? Yes. Yes, I do. I believe that they're that.
I wonder how many people actually listen to this crazy motherfucker. I don't know.
Too many.
He looks like he has a professional level to his set, and he's dressed nice. It makes me think that maybe he makes a good amount of money doing this.
Well, it's like run by Christian money, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually a pastor or if he just happens to be like a conservative talk show host that happens to be religious.
Diabolical. Anybody that would support the murder of babies is certainly capable of destroying the economy of a nation. Once you go down that road that you support killing babies and you support same-sex marriage and you start going down that line of rebellion, you're capable of doing anything. There are no limits of what you would do.
You're exactly right.
So
Look,
why do we rule
there
out
are no limits.
The idea
we want to
that they would
save those
conspire with
babies so they'll
China
live a life of
to
suffering.
destroy the American economy? That's exactly what I believe that they did.
Yeah, so the Democrats are colluding with China to create coronavirus to take down President Trump's economy. Damn Democrats, dude. Every time.
All right. So, we're almost there. Like we're closer than it looks.
We're almost 2/3 of the way there.
Yes. If we reach the goal, I will do the Vaughn versus Brett video. I mean, it is what it is. It's revisiting some interesting characters that.
Here's another. No zap required.
Oh, no zap required. Thank you, 2 Guns No Ammo. It's very sweet of you. Thank you.
Not required, but not forbidden, right?
This is no zap required. If you zap out of turn, Benjamin, I'm putting this on you, and I'm getting the zapper. I'm getting the zapper.
No. I do have some articles, too, that we haven't gotten to.
Some articles?
You know, I do want to bring this up because he's in our intro, but, man, I wonder what Herman Cain said about the coronavirus before he got it.
Before he got it? Did you not watch?
No, I didn't see that. Did he?
When Trump had the big get together, the big campaign meeting or whatever, Herman Cain said, "Yes, we're going to go to the Trump campaign. No mask required. No mask required." He was like bragging about how it's going to be no mask. Don't worry about masks. We're free people. And then your boy got hit with the fucking corona and died a month later.
And he was always like, "If you don't have a job, blame yourself.
Blame yourself. If you don't have a mask, blame yourself. If you don't have a life, blame yourself."
His 999 plan. Too bad Herman Cain wasn't president when coronavirus hit.
Did he start Godfather's Pizza, or did he just take it over?
I think he was an early adopter, if not the founder. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I don't know. This was the rally he was at with no mask.
Yeah, no one's wearing a mask. No one in this picture has a mask on.
June 20th, 2020. I wonder how all those people around him are doing.
Yeah.
In a post earlier this month announcing Cain's COVID-19 diagnosis, Calabrese said they have no idea when Cain had contracted the virus. I realize people will speculate about the Tulsa rally, but Herman did a lot of traveling the past week, including to Arizona, where cases are spiking. Calabrese wrote. Earlier this month, Cain appeared to support the decision not to require masks for Trump's July 4th celebration event at Mount Rushmore. Masks will not be mandatory for the event. which will be attended by President Trump. People are fed up, Kane's Twitter account posted in a tweet that appears to have since been removed.
Yeah.
In commentary videos for his website that aired in June, Kane called on Americans to wear face masks, saying that the guidance now shows its effectiveness.
Okay, so he changed his tune on it.
Yeah. If people take it seriously, social distancing, sanitizing, hand washing, and masks, then we're going to be fine. Trying to do both at the same time. Open the economy and then employ safety guidelines, Kane said in one video. His website, however, also pushed the anti-malarial drug hydroxychloroquine, despite several high-quality studies that have found the drug alone or in combination with others showed no benefit for COVID-19 patients. Trump began his remarks at a news briefing Thursday by expressing his sadness at Kane's death, sending prayers to Kane's wife and wonderful family. He was a very special person. I got to know him very well, the president said. And unfortunately, he passed away from a thing called the China virus.
No!
Trump.
It should be called the Trump virus at this point. I mean, have more people died from it in the U.S.?
It's a thing called the China virus, and this man's death is where I'm going to further politicize and create the China virus for this man's death that I knew very well.
It's just him passing the blame.
Yeah. Trump was using a term to refer to the novel coronavirus that CNN has determined is both inaccurate and stigmatizing. After consulting with medical experts and receiving guidance from the World Health Organization, Trump also paid tribute to Kane on Twitter Thursday afternoon. Herman had an incredible career and was adored by everyone that ever met him, especially me, Trump tweeted. He was a very special man, an American patriot, and a great friend who died of the China virus.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, so
this
Kane...
is for washing your hands without soap.
Catherine, damn it! All right, Ben. Why? Okay, it's not going. It's not going. Why do you do that? Why is it so many times if it's not going and then it fucking does? If you wish to go for Brett versus Vaughn video, could you please watch Brett's video as well? Insisted instead of just Vaughn's. Brett's video is juicy. Just go to BitShoot Brett Keane. Posted 3 days ago. Fuck. What have you said there at the end? I couldn't read anymore. I'm a little boy. I have no control over my bowels. I shat myself upon every electric shock. Fuck Vaughn and paganism. Nice 470. Nice. Shout out to your $6.66 donation. We're at 7% of our goal. The world is our oyster, and I obviously don't care for oysters. Low Energy Video says, Billy looks pasty as fuck tonight. Fuck you very much. I hope you and Herman Cain have a party very soon. Psych! But fuck you. If I'm pasty, it's because I've been shocked 19 times. I think it was 19. I lost count. Billy, did you do a poo-poo? Nah, I was lying. Double rum and coke number 2 coming right up. Says Inebriatis. Yes, get that coke in. Everybody who is in the fan chat right now, I am going to answer your comments and questions as we go along for the next 17 minutes or until Ben comes back. I lost count. I'm going to just breathe outward and inward. This next bit about Herman Cain here is just about his life, I guess. So I don't really care to talk about that. We talked about the big point. Zippity zap zap zippity zap. How old is my banana? I don't know what that means. Hector says, Billy, show me Joe's dick. No. Siler Cleary says, love you, Billy. Stay safe, dude. I'm going to try. Who do you think will win? What, the election age? Billy, do you keep in touch with Carl? I haven't talked to Carl for a while. Carl. I like Carl. I watch him. I talked to Sanchez recently, who was streaming with me in New York when I was with Carl. I saw Carl was running around in a robot suit the other night. It was great. I have ham and cheese, says Rye-Boarded Fetus. That's exactly what I want to hear. Calificent says, I saw Into the Spider-Verse the other day. You were right. It was amazing. I know I was right, Calificent. It's so good. I think it's available on Netflix right now. Everybody should watch it. The election, I'm pretty sure Trump's going to win the election. I don't know. I don't have faith in Joe Biden, but I hope I'm wrong. I don't know why I hope that. I feel like we deserve Biden to lose so that The Democratic Party won't try and pull that shit again. Did I see what Casey Tron said about my best friend Leafy on Twitter? Yeah, of course, Honest Red.
Honest Red,
Of
always
course I
stirring
saw
up
that.
drama.
Cinephiliac, there will be more. There will be more. Baby Swiss, yum. Swiss, ham and Swiss, baby Swiss is nom nom nom.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Tron posted a picture of Leafy and said that, can we denormalize guys who look like this talking about women, women's looks? And I think that that's terribly unfair because I happen to know for a fact Leafy is sexy. Unlike that Pokemon character. It looks like Biden's about to pick Kamala as VP during the police protests. Is that for real? That makes sense, though. Biden was the one that said he wasn't going to defund the police. We need to give them more
Do
money.
not zap. Zapping is not so good, but a zap for love from us and towards the goal is for DP bonus show.
Thank you, Goose Juice.
So that means I shouldn't zap you?
Yeah, this is just love.
Okay.
I am tired of these motherfucking freeloader not dropping the motherfucking donos.
Oh!
Thank you, Kayla. Oh my God.
Does that mean I give you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10?
100% it doesn't. We've talked
So
about
5?
this. We've talked about this the entire night. One dono, one zap. We just had 2 guns, no ammo.
So I just give you 1?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Ready?
I don't know.
It worked that time.
Yeah, it worked. Spent the entire night telling you guys how to do this if you want maximum zaps. 20 each zap over $20 is one fucking shock. I said that way if someone wants to give 100. I said it. Go back and look at the tape. That I get to get away with only one zap. That'd be very sweet of you. Kayla gave 100. I assume Kayla just wanted me to get one nice zap and hit this goal. But I don't care if Kayla thought otherwise because I've been saying it all night. This zap's at 100 too, by the way. It's not some half-ass pussy shit. It's full blast.
I actually meant a zap for the first time, but a second would be good. Love
Okay,
you,
so
Billy.
2 now. They clarified.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1, 2. It's so awful. You go. Would you like some mixed nuts?
Nope.
All right.
No, thank you.
I can't go very long without putting nuts in my mouth.
Yeah. Gay Ben, you did it gay. I told I knew you
I
would.
smoked weed.
The weed made you gay. There's only 5 more zaps available, by the way, guys, because once we hit the goal, the zap thing is turned off. Possible 5 zaps. Possible. If we get $100 dono, I'm done getting the zaps. 1 more and 1 and done. 1 and done.
Or you can split it up 5 ways.
That's what I'm saying. It's a possible top 5 zaps left. Because once we hit 800, I'm fucking done. Done. Taking this shock collar off. And I'm not taking shocks for a while after this. This is my contribution to fucking
Let me get
done.
one of those.
All right.
I think so.
Ready?
I don't know.
All right. All right. Let me get one of those. Let me get one of those. Imagine actually using that on a dog. No, I would never use it on a dog.
I don't think I would use it on a small girl. Maybe a big girl.
Okay.
Not a small one.
It's all quiet now. We're just like, when's the next one?
I don't want it anymore. But there's only possible 4 zaps left. And if somebody were to do like under $20, that could take away some of the potential zaps. If we had 4 people hit $4.88, then that means there's only 3 zaps left.
Sounds like a good time.
I don't know, man. They got those bug zapper fly swatter combos. I know. I was gonna.
Yeah, the ones that look like a tennis racket.
I was gonna bring those in for some spankings. Spanking.
Oh my God.
Zap spankings. Yeah. Yeah. God damn it, pal. Ah, yeah. God damn it, pal. Do you think you're getting stronger in the neck, Billy? I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope
this
there's
is
some benefit for this.
This is neck building therapy.
Pretty sure my anus is getting stronger. Every time I catch a shock, I clench. Michelle Malkin says members of Proud Boys Hate Group deserve medals, not condemnations. Well, thank you, Michelle Malkin. You fucking far-right columnist, Michelle Malkin, said she regretted ever supporting Senator Ted Cruz after the Texas senator called members of the Proud Boys far-right group bigoted idiots. Malkin says that rather than condemnations for Republicans, Proud Boys members deserve medals for trying to save this country when it was still salvageable. Thank you, Allegas, for the 2 for much love. The Southern Poverty Law Center classifies the Proud Boys as a hate group, citing its members' use of violence and bigoted rhetoric. Proud Boys members and group founder Canadian media host Galvin McInnes have repeatedly encouraged and engaged in violent acts and affiliated with white supremacists and neo-Nazis. The qualification for obtaining the highest rank of Proud Boy, known as the 4th degree.
Yeah, and reminder, Michelle Malkin. Well, you know, is it just the thing where, like, they're okay with people of other races if they're attracted to them or something?
Well, I don't think they're against
like
people.
JF, how JF liked Asian women.
I suppose, but like they're not really against the other races existing, right? It's they're against them rising up and taking over their cool spot as Proud Boys.
They're not the proudest boys.
They're
pretty proud. Oh, dude, did you see this?
Stephen Hawking named in Epstein files as court asked for photos, videos with Virginia Giuffre. Yeah, Stephen Hawking, he was named in the actual files, eh? Yeah, there was supposedly a photo of him and Epstein circulating.
And Virginia.
Yeah, yes, Virginia Giuffre, the underage girl, Giuffre.
Yeah.
Giuffre. Virginia Giuffre.
The one that was in the Prince Andrew photo.
Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Stephen Hawking has been named in a recently unsealed court documents involving pictures of Epstein that we look at rather than reading, involving disgraced child sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein and his alleged collaborator Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine.
The files were unveiled as part of the civil litigation against Maxwell, who faces charges of aiding Epstein's sexual abuse of young girls. They stem from a 2015 civil action brought against Maxwell by Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre, who was claimed she was lured by Maxwell at age 15 into becoming involved with the alleged sex ring. Renowned physicist Hawking is listed in the document as per a request for Giuffre to provide photos and videos of her with a certain number of listed individuals. The request states all photographs or video containing any image of you and the following individuals. To the extent you have such photographs and video in their original native format, please produce them in that format, not a paper copy. Aside from Hawking, the other individuals listed in the request are Ghislaine Maxwell, Alan Dershowitz, Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew, Ron Eppinger, Bill Clinton, and Al Gore.
Al Gore.
Damn, Al Gore. 2015, The Independent reported that Hawking was among the guests on the billionaire's private Caribbean island, Little St. James, in 2006.
Dude, it was, there's been some crazy stories about that place now that are surfacing.
But the private island? What are the stories?
Like crazy orgies on the private island, and Ghislaine was involved in a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
There was an episode of True Blood where there was this lady who was like a deity of sorts, and she would organize orgies. I'm pretty sure that they just based her off Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell might be that deity herself. The trip was reportedly part of a science conference on the neighboring island St. Thomas. Our boy Epstein really did like scientists, right?
Yeah.
He supported them, the science.
Wasn't he like a mathematician or something? Like,
oh no.
Wasn't he like a math teacher?
Epstein?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Epstein?
I'm pretty sure Epstein was a math teacher.
Was that from Welcome Back, Kotter?
What?
Wasn't that the kid Epstein was in Welcome Back, Kotter?
Was there someone named Epstein in Welcome Back, Kotter?
Maybe it's not Epstein.
No, but seriously.
Mr. Kotter?
Seriously, though, Jeffrey Epstein was a math teacher. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think he was a high school math teacher.
The documents also contain personal emails between Epstein and Maxwell, as well as information from a discussion between Giuffre and her lawyer. According to The Guardian, Manhattan Federal Court Judge Loretta Preska ruled on July 23rd to unseal the documents. She said the court finds that the countervailing interests identified failed to rebuke the presumption of public access. Maxwell was arrested by federal authorities on July 2nd and charged with allegedly being involved in child sex trafficking. She pleaded not guilty on July 14th and remains in custody. Giuffre also claimed that she once saw former President Bill Clinton on Epstein's Island with 2 young girls. In the questioning by lawyer Jack Scarola, Giuffre was asked, "Do you have any recollection of Jeffrey Epstein specifically telling you that Bill Clinton owes me favors?" "Yes, I do," Giuffre responded. It was a laugh, though. He would laugh it off. You know, I remember asking Jeffrey, "What's Bill Clinton doing here on Epstein Island," kind of thing. And he laughed it off and said, "Well, he owes me favors." He never told me what the favors were, Giuffre added. "I never knew. I didn't know if he was serious. It was just a joke. He told me a long time ago that everyone owes him favors. They're all in each other's pockets." Giuffre also revealed that when she turned 16, Maxwell told her, "You're too fucking old. Go subscribe to Onision's OnlyFans." No, he said Maxwell told her, "I'd soon be getting too old for Jeffrey's taste." Okay, so it was about the same. And soon they'd have to trade me in. Well, so Ghislaine Maxwell told her, "I'd soon be getting too old for Jeffrey's taste and they'd soon have to trade me in" at 16. Was that a joke? Other high-profile names listed in the unsealed files are former Democratic presidential candidate Al Gore, and Prince Andrew. Al Gore.
I didn't know Al Gore was involved in this.
So they say in chat he didn't even have a college degree, but he was a public school teacher. My guy knew how to finesse the higher-ups. So hold up. He had no college degree. He probably just was like, "Hey, I want to teach a couple classes just so he could groom," and they let him in. Like, is that real? Is that real? Is that real? Epstein started working in September 1974 as a physics and mathematics teacher for the Dalton School on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Donald Barr, who served as the headmaster until June 1974, was known to have made several unconventional recruitments at the time, although it was unclear whether he had a direct role in hiring Epstein. 3 months after Barr's departure, Epstein began to teach at the exclusive private school despite his lack of credentials. So yeah, this fucking guy hired... Dude, this seems like... My guy was just letting people teach if they...
Yeah.
Like they probably met at the freaking pedo clubs.
I mean, I don't know. He didn't have any money at this point. He wasn't rich, and he didn't have all the resources and connections that he found later in life.
Doesn't matter, right? Like this guy has proclivities, and he got into a fucking job as a teacher with no credentials? Come on. Epstein allegedly showed inappropriate behavior toward underage students at the time. He became acquainted with Alan Greenberg, the chief executive officer of Bear Stearns, whose son and daughter were going to the school. Greenberg's daughter, Lynn Copel, pointed to a parent-teacher conference where Epstein influenced another Dalton parent into advocating for him to Greenberg. In June 1976, Epstein was dismissed from Dalton for poor performance. Greenberg offered him a job at Bear Stearns.
Yeah, and then he got into banking, then he got into financial consulting.
In August 1981, Epstein founded his own consulting firm, Intercontinental Assets Group, IAG, which assisted clients in recovering stolen money from fraudulent brokers and lawyers. Epstein described his work at the time as being a high-level bounty hunter. He told friends that he worked sometimes as a consultant for governments and the very wealthy to recover embezzled funds, while other times he worked for clients who had embezzled funds. Spanish actress and heiress Ana Obregón was one such wealthy client whom Epstein helped in 1982 to recover her father's millions and lost investments, which had disappeared from Drysdale government securities collapse because of fraud. Yeah, man. Epstein also stated to people at the time that he was an intelligence agent. That would make a lot of sense. During the 1980s, Epstein possessed an Austrian passport that had his photo but false name. The passport showed his place of residence in Saudi Arabia. Investigative journalist Vicky Ward said she was told in 2017 by a former senior White House official that U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida, Alexandra Acosta, who handled Epstein's criminal case in 2008, said to Trump transition interviewers, "I was told Epstein belonged to intelligence and to leave it alone, and that Epstein was above his pay grade." This is Acosta Chop, Alexandra Acosta.
Acosta Chop! Acosta Chop!
During this period, one of Epstein's clients was the Saudi Arabian businessman Adnan Khashoggi, who was the middleman in transferring American weapons from Israel to Iran. As part of the Iran-Contra affair in the 1980s, Khashoggi was one of the several defense contractors that he knew. In the mid-1980s, Epstein traveled multiple times between the United States, Europe, and Southwest Asia. While in London, Epstein met Stephen Hoffenberg. They had been introduced through Douglas Lease, a defense contractor, and John Mitchell, the former U.S. Attorney General.
This is not something we need to talk about. Bill. I am Bill.
I am Bill.
Shut up, I'm talking here.
The Jared Genesis soundboard is the best one.
That almost sounds like something a liberal would say.
Oh, God. I love me some soundboard. Oh, shit. Jared's in the chat now.
Uh-oh. We're simps. That's the problem.
You're a simp.
We are simps, though.
Are we?
The Bible?
When I say we, I mean like we as in just you.
I am? Okay.
Damn simps.
Oh, there he is.
Billy, if you sing Wonderwall while getting zapped, it'll actually absorb the shock.
Do you think so? Let me find the lyrics real quick. Let me see. Wonderwall.
You want me to
lyrics? Well, I have to try.
2 days.
2 days gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. I must have absorbed the shock because I
going.
What?
Keep going.
Why? And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say,
why is this
but I
happening?
don't know how. Dude, it absorbs the shock. It works. It works. Ben, it fucking works. This is genius. I had no idea.
Did you change collars?
Maybe gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you were my wonder wall. Ah! Fuck!
It
Shouldn't have
wasn't-
stopped singing.
It wasn't touching.
I shouldn't have stopped singing.
It's because it's not
no,
on
it's because
tight
I
enough.
stopped singing Wonderwall and it got me.
No, you moved
It's not
it.
fair. That's not fair. Up until that point, the Wonderwall saved me. You can't keep shocking.
Ladies
you
and
shocked
gentlemen,
900 times during Wonderwall, and I didn't get hit once.
we have the Cringerweight champion, Mr. Egghead Show, in the chat. Show your respect to the Cringerweight champion, Egghead. The Cringerweight motherfucking champion who's gonna stomp the shit out of this weird guy that tucks his gun into his dockers.
I said maybe gonna be the one that saves me. And after
Well, you're
all,
not getting another shock right now.
I
so-
know. I just want to be prepared. Up until the song was over, I didn't catch one shock. I think it works. I think it was unfair that I took that shock because we shocked 19 times while the song was going. Didn't get hit once.
The
by
collar isn't on tight enough.
I don't know. That doesn't make sense because I was just told that Wonderwall absorbed all those other shocks. So technically,
no one else is falling for your weird.
That's what the dono said.
Double talk.
That's
you're
what the
doing
dono
right
said.
now.
The dono said it, and I didn't
Well,
get
the
shocked
video
19
says
times.
that you moved it closer to your neck and it zapped you.
I disagree.
Almost there.
Thank you, PTM.
I'm creeped out by this 1980s Epstein picture. He looks really scary in it.
Yeah, the guy got a fucking job as a teacher without any sort of credentials.
No credentials.
He is intelligence. He's above your pay grade. A tougher week for me financially than usual, but I can always find some shekels on my couch for the
Thank
sweet
you.
boys. By the way, Benjamin, Blue Jackets play Toronto tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time to determine which team goes to the playoffs.
That's awesome. I hope they make it. It's a weird short season, but I got to see one of their games this season early.
Go Jackets, go! Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. 77701.
You guys are the best fans ever. We make this goal.
If two people could just donate like $11 to $12 each, I don't have to get
Or
shocked
I'll just
again.
20.
If two people just
Or
did
just
$12 each right now, I wouldn't have to get shocked again. That'd be so kind. That'd be so kind. I'll even sing your $12 donos. I'll sing them out loud to the tune of Wonderwall for $12 each. Then we'll be done with it, and I won't have to get shocked again. Let's go. Let's go. You're my Wonderwall. Hey, Rock Feast Tenders, so stop singing before I kick you in the clip, Billy. Whoa, shithead. Thank you, Rock Feast Tenders. Also, we got a dono from Nick Threet. Thank you, Nick Threet, for that 666 Nick 3T. Great. Somebody can just do $15 right now. We'll be there.
Egghead wants me to zap your nuts. What's up with Egghead right now?
Egghead's sick in the head, dude. Egghead's sick in the
Zap
head.
Billy's
dude.
nuts.
Ryby's got all the links to Epstein's files. Not suicidal. Not suicidal.
He wants you to do the ultimate zap. Maybe that's what he did when he was doing his zap streams.
Mickey Richards, I love you all. Billy, suck my wiener all the time. I like the time of pizza and beer. Oh, yeah. That was $12 I was going to sing. I like the time of pizza and beer, Buddhas, and people stabbing. I don't know. I can't read these fucking words. They're not words. Mickey is drunk. Pizza and beer, Buddhas, and people stabbing, Uncle stabbing, and the porn, and Jesus and porn, and everyone smoking cheese, fucking bullshong. But I love you all. People love you all. Beer. Yeah, Mickey's wasted. That's not even a real thing, Mickey. Oh my God. I have incriminating information on DP. The caller isn't even on. Ryby's right. This was all a fucking joke. Caller's dead. Someone should test it. Don't need to test it, guys. The caller's not real. It was a joke the whole time. Didn't get shocked once.
No,
Shut up,
real.
Ryby.
It's definitely real.
Hey, someone should donate $9.99 right now to get us to our goal and memorialize Herman Cain.
My 999 plan.
We're $9.99 away from the goal. Come on, give Herman Cain a little love, and I can take this caller off. $9.99. Rest in peace, Herman Cain. $9.99. $9.99. $9.99 away. I'm taking this off the second we hit the goal if it's under $20, and then I'm just gonna catch a fucking shock and take this off afterwards if it's over. I'm sitting here, my butthole's all puckered. Oh, yes! Yes, Goose Juice! No zap for Friendly Fridge! Go Wild Fuck Blue Jackets.
No. Wild. What a dumb name for a team.
Yeah, the Wild Fuck Blue Jackets. Man, that was perfect. I love that it ended on $9.99 for our fallen presidential candidate Herman Cain, and I didn't have to get shocked. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Goal. Nice. Even
So now, for the first time in quite a while, we are going to... We're going to do
What
this.
a sweet boy, Marcus Trinius. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you, Marcus. It's very kind of you.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
We haven't had this in a while. What the fuck? So here
Been a
is...
while.
Here's Von Helton mad at Brett. Oh yeah, this.
Von heel turn. Watching full screen.
Speed up.
Goddamn right I will. I'm an American.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Is there 48 more messages here?
Alright, folks. This is going to be a video response to Brett Keane.
He's still got that paper over the window in his front door.
Brett Keane has made a video to myself, Will Kincaid, and John Gashila, and basically chiding us on our particular religious walk. And not necessarily in an aggressive way, but I'll let you judge for yourself.
Always drinking the Mountain Dew.
But
and he has his bathroom door open.
we're going to go through it piece by piece and break it down for you. And
break
I'm
it
going to
down.
give my responses to his points.
And those
and
the
whatnot.
blue ribbon and the two two trophies up on the wall there have been there forever. It's funny that there's like some kind of certificate on the wall there that's like all fucked up.
You think those are Vaughn got those in middle school and still holding on to them?
And like karate
and kindergarten?
Yeah.
Those are his? Or do you think they're his kids?
I don't
like
know.
to think they're his.
And so we will see what's what, right? Absolutely. So, without further
They
ado,
probably didn't have that.
Let's get into it.
That great of
yeah.
color printing quality, though.
This is hilarious because when I watched a little bit of this earlier, so he's doing his little let's get into it, and usually
So,
watch,
without
this is
further
hilarious.
ado, let's get into it. We'll be right-
What the fuck was that?
right back after these messages. Alrighty, so let's see what he's got to say here.
Look at them side by side. Okay. Brett always puts this weird color filter on all of his videos. So he's always like bluish purple. That's why when he's made like a figure or a drawing of him, a lot of times he'll be blue.
And then I will retort. So let me mute myself and we'll see what he's got to say.
That life is but a dream. Row, row, row your fucking boat. Oh, goodness gracious. And then Von Helton. How does he anthropomorphize God? Have you ever heard Von Helton describe himself before? Von Helton always talks about how there must be justice in the world, that there must be something, that he's the Punisher. I've even heard him say that he's a dark mythical vampire. I've heard him say that he's a witch or a warlock, and that he's going to create invisible barriers that are going to protect us from immigration in the United States of America.
Okay, let me stop right there. That's kind of what I said and kind of not what I said. What I said is that, billions of people are trying to flood into our southern border, and that I was going to put up a barrier to try and stop
the
or at
difference
least slow them
here
down.
is Von Helton is mostly crazy, okay? But very genuine in what he says. Brett is crazy, but not as crazy as Von Helton, and lies about everything and manipulates the truth more than as much as he can. So here's the difference
Well,
here.
That's what I said. Did that happen? Yes. As a matter of fact, not long after I did my spell, it wasn't even a week, where all of a sudden those crowds that were storming our borders, that were coming across by the minute, it just dried up, just stopped. And even the news media said they couldn't understand, why are the immigrants suddenly stopping? Why are they not doing? And then it was found out that the gods that I serve were making them sick, bad sick. And they were
my God, you're crazy.
having to turn around and go back home to where they came from. Go back home to where they came from.
The gods
Okay.
I like.
Now as we get later on to this, because I've already watched it, as we get along,
It's too hillbillies with not a tooth among both of them that live in trailers arguing about their imaginary friends. That's what this is.
Can't they all just gum a steak?
Brett's like, well, what justification? What's your proof? What's your proof that your gods is real? Well, I did magic, and the gods honored my magic and stopped the immigrants from coming in here. And it's a good thing, too, because what did we find out?
Your magic did not stop the immigrants.
We found out subsequently later that one of those immigrants had leprosy. Actual, real leprosy. Had that gotten into the United States and spread, because leprosy is very contagious. And unlike COVID, leprosy is very real. In fact, the Bible talks about leprosy. And it's extremely contagious. Had it gotten into the United States, it could have spread all over the United States within just maybe not even a month. So
you're full of shit.
I don't understand. I don't understand, Brett. Because later on he's going to say, I don't see any proof that your gods are doing anything. Well, they stopped the immigrants, them big swarms. There was, I think, if I recall correctly, there was 3 waves.
Oh, and by the way, Von Helton is the actual maniac for the month of whatever.
Somebody resembling?
Oh, yeah, someone resembling the appearance of Mr. Helton.
The loosely based character on the Punisher? The Punisher is going to be?
Yeah, the
You
Punisher.
got the Punisher action figure?
Of immigrants that were on their way to the United States to flood our southern border, led by the Democrat Party, wanting to come in here and take over the United States, literally. And I said, I got to do something. I got to do something. So I did a spell. I asked the gods to bless what I'm doing and to honor it and to help me. And by God, they stopped him. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But anyway, let's continue here. I'll mute again.
Believe it or not, when Vaughn goes on one of his manic fucking rants, I do pay attention and listen. And Vaughn, he says that one day all these people are going to pay. So, of course, whenever he talks about his gods, notice something about
The
them.
Bible?
They're all a
The
group,
Bible?
and they're all going to get the very people that piss Vaughn off or don't agree with him.
Okay, let me stop that again. All right. And yes,
Yeah, you already stopped it. Let me stop that again.
Let me stop that again.
The gods have told me you will see the destruction of your enemies. Now, has that occurred, or is it in the process of occurring? Yes. Yes, I did a video with UK Troll, and UK Troll confirmed everything I've stated. Is that the people that were attacking my family, many of them have become destitute. They've lost their jobs. They've been stranded on the road for days on end. They've lost a bunch of stuff. Some have even been killed. Okay.
Yaya is a punk rocker from MySpace.
Okay, under mysterious circumstances even. Some were killed by natural means, some were killed by mysterious circumstances. And what did the gods tell me? You will see the destruction of your enemies. You will see those people that destroyed your family get their comeuppance. My gods don't fuck around. You attack my family, you try to destroy my family, my gods are going to retaliate. And they told me they would. You will. Not maybe, not kinda. You will see the destruction of your enemies. And it's happening. It's happening. I mean, I've proven it. UK Troll has proven it. Many other people have proven it. I wish I could show you some of the private messages I get where they're like, oh my God, man, so-and-so that was attacking you has gotten bad sick, or they've lost their job, or whatever the hell. And, I ain't done shit. It's all the gods have done that. The gods that I serve have said, okay, this man has lost his wife. He's had his marriage destroyed. They're trying to take his kids away. Now we're jumping in. We're going to help the man out. What's wrong with that, Brett? Is that narcissistic? Is that some kind of hedonistic thing that my gods would actually defend me as I'm getting fucked over by pretty much everybody?
He doesn't believe in your gods.
Including Christians, I might add, Brett Keane. I mean, these people here local are not atheists. Well, let me take that back. CPS workers are leftist and probably communist, ergo they're probably atheists. But the majority...
Let me take that back. The CPS workers are leftists.
Those communist CPS workers.
They are leftists, so they're probably atheists. They're communists. They're probably atheists.
Vaughn's probably a communist because of all the public assistance he takes.
Majority of the people claim to be Southern Baptist Christian. They claim to be, or at least some form of Christian. Some form of Protestant Christian. Let me rephrase, because they're not Catholic. All right, so,
by that
these here people that are local, they're Christians. Now, granted, my haters on the internet are primarily atheist, but the ones here local that hate me are Christians. Absolutely they are. Absolutely they are. And the gods are like, I don't care if they're a Christian, a Buddhist, a Hindu, an atheist, we don't care. We're going to take care of business. And that's exactly what they're doing. And why is that a bad thing? Why is it a bad thing that I finally found gods that will actually defend me and actually help me? Why is that a bad thing? I don't think that's a bad thing at all. And I've got other proofs that
Vaughn did a good job. I remember seeing Guatemalans uselessly bouncing off the magic force field that he casted. Please watch Brett's response video titled "Fuck Von Halton and Paganism." It was uploaded 3 days ago on his BitTube page, and it's juicy.
Yeah.
I might be willing to share maybe later on down the road that my gods are real, that my gods really are helping me, and have been helping me all this time. Some of which I wasn't even aware of, I might add, and found out later after the fact. But I ain't going to reveal any of that yet. But the point is that why is it a bad deal that I finally find gods that give a damn and they're willing to fight for me? Why is that a bad thing? You know, and I have, you know, and
it's so funny that this is sped up because he's speaking at a regular speed right now.
Yeah.
Well, let's let him go on because he's going to get to some stuff. So let me mute again and we'll keep going.
These are all
why do you mute
entities, according to him, that he subconsciously portrays that are going to destroy everyone that's ever gave him problems as a person in Kentucky. That's called anthropomorphizing God. One of the things that I try to do, and one of the things that helps me whenever I'm thinking about Christianity and I'm thinking about God, and I think that this might be one of the struggles and why it is everybody else feels safe in their religion or their belief system, is because a lot of you have convinced yourself that what would you do if you were God type of thing. And that makes you feel safe because...
Okay, let me stop. All right. I have never ever claimed to be a deity. In fact, I went out of my way to make it abundantly clear that anyone claiming to be a deity, anyone claiming...
Yeah, you don't claim you're a deity, but you claim to have like supernatural powers and that you can create elder scrolls and you wear your cape and your pentagrams and everything. It's, you know...
To usurp deity status is in deep shit with the gods I serve. I've made that abundantly clear in numerous videos, so many videos that I lost count. I've stated this, okay? You can't go around calling yourself a deity and not get any kickback from the gods, okay? No, I'm sorry. I don't know where in the world you got that from, Brett. I have never claimed to be a deity. To the best of my knowledge, John Gashila has never claimed to be a deity. Will Kincaid has never claimed to be a deity. I don't know where in the hell you got that shit from. But, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, okay? But
I don't know where either of them gets half of the shit that they have, you know? It's all bullshit.
I don't recall ever. I mean, even my haters can argue with you that I've never said that. I have never claimed to be a deity, ever. Because I fear the gods. I fear the real gods that created this environment that we're in, this petri dish, this, whatever. Will Kincaid would say.
Petri dish. Okay. So you mean your trailer?
It's a dream. Okay, fine.
Your bathtub?
Elon Musk said.
Oh, wrong person.
Elon Musk said it was a computer-generated environment. I mean, everybody has their opinion on what this thing is that we're in,
Mickey Richards did a deep fake on Egghead.
Did Mickey Richards have pictures of his bathtub?
No.
And it doesn't. And at the end of the day, they're entitled to their.
Someone I think it was Mickey Richards. Maybe it was somebody else that edited Egghead and made him say something he would never actually say.
And at the end of the day, does it really matter? No, not really. I mean, we're here. We got to deal with it. We got to handle it. And, if you want to think it's a petri dish, or if you want to think it's a dream, or if you want to think it's a computer-generated program, who cares? Because at the end of the day, what matters is how you handle it at the end of the day, and how you handle it with others, and how you deal with family and friends, and yes, even strangers. Because I think ultimately how you are in this walk that we're on is ultimately how you're going to be judged eventually. But anyway, let's keep going here.
And I do think that me hating all the Muslims
people that you love
is going to get me into heaven.
Hate, you're all right at the end of the day. As far as I'm concerned, God is completely different than me. God does not think like me. God's got his own goals, his own ideas. And at the end of the day, if I get smoked or destroyed or something happens to me and shit, that's no skin off God's nose. I do not try to at all compartmentalize God and create some kind of superhero when I'm talking about it.
Compartmentalize.
All right, Brett. Well, if you're not going to do that, then you're in conflict with the Bible. Because the Bible makes it, the New Testament Bible, let me rephrase, not the Old Testament, but the New Testament Bible makes it abundantly clear that your walk with Christ is a personal walk, that it is a fellowship, that it is a one-on-one even in some cases, where you and Jesus are like this, and you literally become, quote, the bride of Christ, unquote.
Me and Jesus are finger
buddies. So you're now
you're
contradicting the very Bible you claim to support by saying that comment. You understand? Okay. Yeah. It is a very, I mean, even the Southern Baptists that live around me will tell you it is a relationship. It's supposed to be a relationship. You're supposed to have a relationship with Jesus. Okay. So you're contradicting your own Bible at this point. Of course, now I know that later on you are slowly walking away from the Bible and probably into some kind of a deist situation, which is fine by me. But
even Von Helton recognizes
clear
the Brett
that
Keane
at this point you are contradicting the New Testament vehemently. All right.
But you'll notice that Von Helton's gods are lazy. They don't ever do anything.
I like how they're like, oh man, my God's better than your God. My God can beat up your God.
I'll tell you one thing though. Brett Keane's microphone is better than
Yeah,
Von Helton's microphone.
and
His
there's
voice sounds great.
There's like a loud air conditioner in Von Helton's room or something too. That's why I guess that's why Von Helton's muting himself.
Actually solving any of his problems, and Von Helton rarely gets around to solving his own
They should just kiss and make up.
issues.
No tongue.
As I
Or
stated,
maybe tongue,
All
but no
tongue
teeth.
and gum. Like, there's no teeth anyway.
True.
before, UK Troll has confirmed, other people have confirmed.
Who the fuck is
that my
UK
gods are
Troll,
not-
and why would someone with that name be a credible source?
You know, I'm
at
going to
all?
cite UK Troll.
not sitting on their laurels at all. Quite the contrary. And in fact, if it hadn't been for the court system and the coronavirus and all the delays involved with that, I'd probably had a lot of the stuff done that needed to be done would have already been done.
Someone needs to catfish Von Helton with like, I'm Nick Fury from the Shield or something like that. Send his ass on a mission. He wants to believe that kind of shit is real.
I wonder if we could give him like some sleeper cell missions and see if he tries to complete any of them.
Oh God!
If we approached him saying we were from the, I don't know.
Okay, I had fully anticipated,
NSA?
Pre-coronavirus knowledge. I had anticipated already having, by the time August and September of this year arrived, I had planned on having a good majority, if not all, the locals dealt with. I don't know if it would have been one big net or if they would have been dealt with individually. Who cares? But I would have tried to at least have a good many of the local, Kentucky-based haters dealt with by the time September rolled around. Now, of course, the coronavirus intervened and court delays intervened, and so that didn't occur. But that's not to say it won't occur, okay? Because it is going to occur. I mean, if I have to hire additional attorneys, fine, but it is going to occur, okay? These things are going to happen, and that's just the way it is. All right, let's continue.
And I'm not trying to be cold. I'm not trying to be offensive, but that's how it rolls out every single time. 5 years ago when I was talking to Vaughn on Stickam, and I remember the shit that he said back then, that God was going to get the pricks he trolling. Well, it's been 5 years now, and his gods haven't even sent him a fucking Christmas present each year.
Stickham's been down for like 8 years.
So when he's telling me that my life would be better if I followed his concept of God, I'm thinking to myself,
7 or 8.
What's your God's going to do? Your God's ain't done shit for you. You're over here complaining about people on the fucking internet annoying the piss out of you. You're telling me that...
He's still doing it. It's annoying the piss out of me. You're insulting the shit out of me. He always says that. It's the shit out of you or the piss out of you.
Entire family has gotten wiped out while your gods sat there with their thumb up their ass. Why the hell would I follow gods who are fucking useless?
Oh.
Well, as I stated, my gods are not useless. And let's be clear, okay? There was hesitation and reservation on my part. There was doubt and unbelief on my part. And there has been some other things, that intervened. And, and then two, plus, Brett, never forget, you got people out there using dark magic, black magic, however you wish to describe it. You got people out there that are using every tool, every dirty trick they can think of, every tool they can think of, everything they can think of to try and slow me down and to stop me from doing what needs to be done. Okay, you keep forgetting that part. So I'm literally pushing against, it sounds cliche as fuck when I say it. I get that. I totally fucking get that. But when I say I'm pushing against the darkness, I don't give a damn how cliche it sounds. I really am pushing against the darkness. I really am.
The balls.
Because I'll tell you what, these Christians out here want to destroy me, man. They want to destroy my family. And they proved it by driving my wife insane. They proved it. Okay? They proved it.
Proved it.
So yes, I am literally pushing against the darkness with everything I've got.
Don't push me,
and
I'm close
I mean, there's some
to
other things that I can tell you
edge.
that would pretty much confirm that the gods I serve are really doing things by, but was there some doubt and unbelief on my part? Was there some times when I had disagreements about some things? Was there is there just an overwhelming dirge of evil out there that is trying to stop me or at least trying to slow me down?
This dirge of evil.
There is all kinds of shit out there, Brett, that's doing its damnedest to try and make my life a living fucking hell. And I would remind you, Brett, that you haven't lost your wife. Your marriage hasn't been destroyed. But yet, you're going to jump my ass? Really? Give me a break, dude. Step a while in my shoes and then tell me how it feels, okay? But you'll notice that I never laid that at the feet of my God.
I've never walked a mile in my
because
life.
I know that there's evil fuckers out there that are doing their best to try to destroy
a mile
me.
in my bed, Von
That's who
Helton.
I blame. I'm not going to blame.
Got something to hold on to. As long as I got something to hold on to, can walk all the time.
The gods that created this environment, this universe, this creation, whatever. I'm not going to blame them. I'm going to blame the fuckwads that are out there practicing black magic and practicing evil, cavorting with evil spirits and shit like that. That's the people that I'm going to blame. I'm not going to blame the gods. I'm not going to blame the gods. The gods are not responsible for what them fucks do. And let's be clear, and I've stated this numerous times. They chose to walk a dark path. And when they choose to walk a dark path, the gods are like, that's it. We're cut off. We're not going to have nothing to do with you. You walk your dark path, fine, knock yourself out. But we ain't going to have no part of it. And that's exactly what happens. This is why the people on left-hand path and these dark paths and stuff, they always end up cavorting with evil spirits and demons and such as that, because the gods have cut them off, man. The gods have cut them off. They're like, no, we're not going to have shit to do with you. You can go do what you want, but we're not going to have no part of it.
That's what you get for joining the left-hand path.
It's easy to sit there and say that I'm being narcissistic or I am somehow portraying human attributes to gods that clearly are not human. I mean, holy shit, the very thing they told me, the very thing they imparted
this
to me.
video's so long. All right, so I think we're going to go in a couple minutes here. We have gone over an hour over.
A long time. It's been about 4 hours.
It's 3 hours and 45 minutes.
About.
Yeah, I have the timer.
We start at 5:45.
It's 3:47. 3 hours and 47 minutes total we've been streaming.
It's almost 4 hours.
Yeah, almost.
It's almost 4 friggin' hours right there. Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Sitting there. Are you sitting there? Are we sitting here? Are you sitting there? Are you sitting there?
Vaughn's being a dirty-ass loser.
And perfectly healthy to look at other people's ding-dongs.
It is.
Ben is absolutely retarded.
Whoa. Whoa.
I can't believe I just said all that shit.
So, we're going to say who wins.
I'll beat your ass if you come in here, man. I'm not playing.
Jared Genesis wins?
Yeah.
Like my penis. I weigh 230 pounds.
You like the size of my hot dog, and I don't blame him.
Oh, no. Sitting there all...
Egghead wins?
Egghead wins.
Is this someone else typing for Egghead?
It's got to be actual Egghead. It can't be anybody else. Is that Yoda? Egghead's gone crazy. It's great. Just great. Smarty says, I had an idea at work for Actual Mania. Oh, yeah, Smarty? Oh, yeah? What do you got, Papa? Egghead's like, no, it's me. Is that Yoda?
So, yeah. Yeah. Egghead, I saw someone made a video of you that was heavily edited. And it sounded like you actually, instead of hating Joe, you wanted to have sex with him instead. It was interesting.
That's how all of Joe's relationships start, though.
Like Jeff Holiday?
People hate him and then want to have sex with him. Jeff Holiday?
Jeff Holiday.
I think that might be where it ends. Oh, no. His current baby
Hold on.
mama.
Here it is. Here it is.
I want to fuck Joe!
I could fuck Joe?
I want to fuck Joe.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Wait, what?
I want to fuck Joe!
That looks heavily edited.
No. I think that looks perfectly real. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's heavily edited. No, thank you.
I want to fuck Joe!
I
Seamless.
want to fuck Joe. Oh, I want to fuck Joe.
I want to fuck Joe.
I want to fuck Joe.
I want to fuck Joe. Smarty said King of the Cringe.
So like King of the Ring?
I don't know.
Bow down to the king.
Bow down to the king. Smarty says absolutely that. Yes.
I want to fuck Joe!
We just had a tournament not too long ago. Maybe we'll set that up for a little further down. We got kind of experimental the last two. This next card we're gonna bring back to a traditional Actual Mania card. We think. Give it some time. Yeah.
Yeah, because we did the one tournament and then we did the Battle Royal.
Yeah. We got a little big for our britches. And people said,
There was a shakeup
there.
of the universe.
They said, settle down there, big britches.
Yeah, we did a shakeup. It was a universe shakeup that we had.
Bow down to the king.
Well, thanks to all of you for watching tonight.
I got
Thanks.
addicted to shocks.
Oh, you want more?
On my balls.
On your taint?
On my taint. Shock my taint! Son of a bitch! Sorry, I just wanted to even out the goal. Thank you, Goose Juice.
Oh,
Very
thank you.
kind. I think we had a whole other dono that disappeared behind it, too. Let me hit that refresh so I can go downtown with the kisses. Goose Juice says Vaughn is being a dirty-ass loser. No, I guess not. It's just the way it's layered. Hey, I love my life.
Yeah, everybody, the end screen will be made by the end of this week. So if you're a patron, now's the time to get in your donation through Patreon to make the end screen that will be updated at the end of this week.
We're going to ride 1,000 Sibians.
Huh?
On episode 777. It's not going to happen.
Yes.
Join it. Join it.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Individual situation. Check
Shit.
out the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.